Good evening and welcome to the broadcast here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. I'm Joel McCall. Alongside me is Nami George. Ray George is nowhere to be found. Well, he's behind camera, but we don't see him. And then Anissa George is handling our graphics for this evening. We are at Onalaska tonight as the Hilltoppers welcome the Riverhawks. Both teams coming in 1-2. However, the Riverhawks' one win is in the Mississippi Valley Conference, so they're 1-0 in the standings, while Onalaska last week was defeated by Holman, and so they start 0-1 in conference play. No booth shot tonight, so we're not on camera, Nami George, so that means that the amount of people watching will go through the roof.
We should
they don't have to see us.
We should set the scene because we're out here in the bleachers right behind the Onalaska parents.
Yep.
Ray, my dad, is in the booth in one of the boxes. So he has a 100-foot connector to his camera, so he cannot 50-foot connector. He cannot hear us. And we'll be watching his broadcast for most of it in case people stand up in front of us. But we do want to say thank you to Onalaska for making it work because their press box is small. They have a lot of construction going on up here.
Yeah, they do.
They could have very easily said, no, you can't cover this game. They didn't say that. They said, we'll make it work. We'll find a way to do it. They set up a table for us. We're here. We know Onalaska administration always been a great partner of the Central YouTube channel, and we do appreciate that.
Yeah, it sure has. That's very nice of you to say because that's exactly what they did do. They said they would accommodate us. We appreciate that as we get to hear the nice Onalaska band, too, right in front of us as well to get you jonesed for a Friday night. And for Coach Mitch Olson, the Riverhawks were jonesing last week. Getting that W, they really needed it against Reedsburg, but it also was a slow start. You know, they were down 13-0 after the first quarter, 21 unanswered points. I think the biggest thing was the way that they provided those points. There was a lot of big plays, something that we had not seen from the Riverhawks in those first 2 weeks.
And they needed it bad. And like you said, down points early, already 0-2, and down a ton in the first quarter. Got some big explosive plays, started moving the ball in the right direction. But I'll tell you what, Joel, I'm worried about this team because you can't always start out that slow. And I know that's something Coach Olson has preached to his guys, but it's going to be interesting tonight to see how they come out. Onalaska is a very good program. You come out and get down 13-0 in the first quarter against Onalaska, you may not recover from that. And so it's going to be important for them when they step foot on the field to be ready to play. We saw kind of a switch happen last week, and with Reedsburg, they were allowed to do that and able to overcome the deficit. It's not going to be like that for most NVC games.
Yeah, that's true. The defense also caused those 2 turnovers in that second quarter, which really helped. The second one was a late pick by Wilk, but still, it's still a turnover and going towards that plus side of turnovers, which the Riverhawks were so good at last year. And for Onalaska, it's a different team, different look. You know, there's no Evan Anderson out there catching big balls, and no Mitchell as well. Skifton was another one. So, you know, it's a different look. They do run kind of a 2-quarterback set, as Coach Yashinsky in his 14th year now, I don't think I updated that, 14th year, is running Ian Cole, who he called a game manager, and that's his email. I'm just quoting him. And then Noah Chenault, who also is a very quality athlete, and he mentioned in his email likely going to see more QB runs from Chenault.
And a lot of those names are names we're familiar with, athletic kids who play basketball and play other sports too. You know, Cole, he said game manager. I don't think that's anything bad. If you're a game manager, that means you don't turn the ball over, you keep your offense out on the field, you move down the field. I think that's a compliment coming from your head coach.
Yeah, both those guys, Chenault and Cole, only have one INT each over the course of the last 3 days, or the 3 games. Onalaska lost last week to Holman 34-20 in a game where the Vikings really dominated the line of scrimmage. Saw that last night. I didn't realize Holman was playing last night too. They shut out Reedsburg, right? Isn't that who they play? Or no, Baraboo. Pardon me, Baraboo. That game got moved because it originally was scheduled for tonight, because I wrote it down. Logan at Reedsburg and Sparta hosting Toma, also in the MVC tonight. And Yashinsky said Holman is definitely an MVC title contender, and he honestly wouldn't be surprised if they just run the table because they have the best offense and defensive line they've had in a long time. Onalaska made some mistakes. The Vikings took advantage, and when I asked about the Hilltoppers' lines, their defense and offensive line, Yashinsky said they haven't been good enough. Bodie Callaway and Mason Richardson are 2 of the strongest on the O-line, while the defense has allowed 320 rushing yards per game. Quite frankly, Coach said if they don't get better on defense, they won't win another game.
And I wonder if Gavin Shepard and Christian Rudrud know that, because you can bet they're licking their chops. We know that this Central offense can get it going on the ground. If Onalaska doesn't find a way to stop them, it might be a long night for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, very true. Well, and then the offense is led by those two quarterbacks, as we talked about. And then the other guy is Cameron Cornett. Yeah, they've got a great running back in Cameron Cornett, and I called him really a true running back. He does a little bit of everything, and he is averaging about 20 carries a game. He has the workload. Last week, rushed for 135 of the 138 total. So only 3 yards came from someone else last week other than Cornett, and he also scored 2 touchdowns. Central has to focus on number 4.
And not only focus on number 4, but get some gang tackling on number 4. We've seen this team sometimes having only 1 or 2 guys fly into the ball. Going to take all of them again, and it's going to take all 11 to bring down. He's a big, strong kid. You try and get him with your arms, or you try one-on-one tackling, it's not going to work. Going to have to go at him with more than one guy.
What is Ray doing? I don't know. I have no idea. Well, anyway, tonight is also super important for both co-defending MVC champions. A loss for Onalaska puts them in an 0-2 hole and would need to win. He got it back up. He's good.
Okay.
Tonight is also super important for both co-defending MVC champs. A loss for Onalaska puts them in an 0-2 hole and would need almost to win out.
I know what Ray was doing. I don't want to interrupt your thought, but there's a kid with a Tyreek Hill jersey on out there, so we had to make sure to get him on the broadcast. That's what it was, Joel.
I'll be kind, since Hill was not having a very good week in Jacksonville. A loss, as I said, Onalaska 0-2 and would need to win out, while Central needs to stay, needs this game to stay on top. I think that's the other thing, is that Central, you talk about the MVC, go down 0-2 to come back up. You're going to need some help from others, and then you have to rely on somebody else beating Holman too. I mean, you're talking about almost a must win for Onalaska if they want to co-defend.
And look at the amount of people here. We're loaded in the stands here, and it's homecoming week. Onalaska is going to come out of that locker room with fire in their eyes. Central's going to have to match that intensity early on.
Yeah, the heavy favorites are, I would say, Logan and Holman in that MVC right now, the way that those two teams have looked in the last 3 weeks. For Central, slow start, as we said, but 21 unanswered points. The defense caused 2 turnovers. It was just the spark the Riverhawks needed to build confidence and momentum into the heart of the MVC. Christian Rudrud looked like a different or same back? I put a question mark there, depending on how you want to view it last week. He was crashing into defensive players and running with authority. Rudrud also looked more comfortable navigating Central's offense and connecting on a few big pass plays of his own. That's a good sign, and I think it's been a great sign that Christian Rudrud has been more comfortable with the offense. Last week we saw him hammer some of the defenders for Reedsburg. He was looking for contact, and he really played well last week, and finally getting some passes connecting to these wide receivers.
Joel, on your interview with Mitch, when you talked about Rudrud looking to punish defenders, did you see it? Coach Olson's eyes light up? I mean, that got him excited. That's the kind of guy Coach Olson is. He likes that hard-nosed, smash-mouth type of player, and Christian Rudrud certainly provides that.
And Gabe Service was added again in all offensive facets, rushing, receiving, and throwing. He's the Swiss Army skills have elevated the Riverhawks offense. And let's not forget about the offensive and defensive lines either. Coach Olson and the staff made some changes, asking more players to play Ironman football. Boy, the team looked different.
They certainly did, and it's going to continue again this week, you would assume, right? It worked. You want to know with that philosophy, so keep it going. You got it. If you have players, I know you don't like to play them both ways. This might be a year where it's a necessity.
Yeah, that's true. Defensively, I thought Charlie Seehafer, who I highlighted in my interview with Coach Olson, played his best game last week. You want a guy crashing to the ball, that linebacker's doing that too. So he's really stepped up his game for the Riverhawks on defense. And now Central is tasked with handling a couple of quarterbacks, one of the best true backs in the MVC, and a receiving core that goes about 4 or 5 deep. The secondary has been the weak spot. We talked about how good the defensive line played and how good the linebackers have been playing, but the secondary has been getting beat on some deep passes, and that will be a challenge tonight if Onalaska starts throwing it around.
We'll see. You know, if they hit a couple of them early, they might do it all night long. So we'll see if Central's defensive backs can stand up to the challenge.
I didn't have a question of the night for the Hilltoppers, but I do have a question of the night for the Central Riverhawks, and that is, can Central's ground game punish Onalaska's D-line? I think really if the Central Riverhawks can control the line of scrimmage, rush the ball, first downs, long drives, they'll be in good shape.
As we are going to be entertained by the Onalaska Concert Choir, directed by
Concert choir for Onalaska singing the national anthem tonight.
Wow. Oh, I better take my hat off.
Which includes a couple HSA kids. Anna Barth for sure.
This may take a couple minutes, so
I think Michaela Rudrud is in the band.
Talk amongst yourselves. We do that every day right here.
So we got to make sure to shout out the HSA kids. Got quite a few Onalaska students that are in the Health Science Academy. Love having them in it. We all play nice with each other when we're in the classroom.
Well, there you go. Yeah, because you've got Anna kids, Logan kids, and
Aquinas.
And Central.
Yeah.
I thought you were still in mourning after last night's Miami loss.
No,
That's why I was figuring that they didn't even. Why would you even show him?
Joel, the NFL is dumb. We're not talking about the NFL.
Well, the NFL's definitely cooking.
No, dumb.
I watched the Niners Monday night.
We're not talking about the NFL. This is high school football. I'm excited for this
Oh,
game.
yeah, like you never bring up Dolphin stuff ever.
We're looking to turn the page and talk about some exciting high school football tonight.
Yeah, go Bills. And my boy, so trolled you yesterday without me even knowing it.
Big surprise.
Because he wore his Josh Allen jersey. And then today he comes back down, gets ready for school, and he goes, I got a football game, and he's wearing Seneca Wallace Iowa State jersey after I just mentioned him Monday night with Olsen. I'm like, did you hear that interview? You're supposed to be sleeping. He's next door to my office now. So is Raylan. So they're doing well tonight. Busy.
Look at the size of this.
I know, wow.
Concert choir.
They said it would take a minute. I guess they were right. I could have ran an ad.
Oh, I see Anna. Anna's just getting to the, she's about on the left side on the screen, left side, 47-yard line.
Oh, we're going to have to run and tell your dad to zoom in.
Yeah.
Not on the, I wish we could tell him to zoom in on the
Zoom
flag,
in on Anna Barth.
but instead he's zooming in on the flag. What I mean is when we get going, he's going to have to zoom in. He'll have to have a tight shot. Wow, that was a fantastic rendition of the national anthem. I didn't see a coin flip. Maybe it was because I ran off, but I never saw him come out. Renisa, did you?
They didn't, but I didn't see what
You didn't see what happened either. Okay.
And of course, thank you to the
And tonight for the keys, I'm going to go through them real quickly. Riverhawks limit the big passing plays while also corralling Cornette, control the line of scrimmage, execute on offense without penalties. Hilltoppers quit making mistakes, no turnovers, and force Central into some errors.
So here we are. It's
That's all I got.
homecoming in Alaska, and we
Last year,
welcome the
heartbreak.
visitors
28-29 at UWL. Hilltoppers scored on a two-point conversion with 6 seconds left. 2023 was Onalaska 34-0. Central's last win over Onalaska was 2021 36-33.
One of the best high school games I've ever seen last year at UWL. I know it didn't go the Riverhawks' way, but what a ball game that was.
Kind of like what I saw last night with volleyball.
Yeah,
that
really.
First set,
that
I mean,
first
was
set,
insane.
And they are coached by the casually dressed Tom Yashinsky.
The casually dressed.
He is casually dressed.
He is, that's true.
Well, it is hot out here, though. So
it is.
We'll cut him a break.
I used the term earlier to Nami. A friend of mine would say sticky pickles, and it definitely is. It is hot. And there's no wind. You saw that wind, or you saw the flag when we were doing the national anthem. Man, it is not moving at all. So kids are going to be hot tonight, too. Hopefully we don't have the cramping issues. Remember how bad that was against Waunakee for Central? Well,
and Ellsworth for a little bit, they were cramping.
Right, that's right.
First 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's right.
Did not see that last week.
No. Riverhawks have Pangier and Rudrud back to return. So Central Riverhawks and their offense will come out first.
I want to see this because this is going to tell us a lot about the game. You mentioned the issues that Onalaska has had stopping the run. You know Central's going to look to run. We're going to find out right away. Did Onalaska correct the problem, or is Central going to be able to have their way up front?
Very true. Good point. Nice to have you back.
Yeah, see, I always make good points, don't I, Joel?
Jackson Egan, no comment. The junior is the kick man for Onalaska. I'm just happy we're here and able to do the game because I was worried that we wouldn't be able to do it, and I was thinking, oh man, a thunderstorm or something, and we're so. Let's hope there's no rain.
No rain.
Egan the kick.
That would shut us down quick.
Yeah, we'll definitely be wrapping things up very fast. Comes to Pangier at the 5-yard line, cuts back towards the middle, and a good open field tackle there by Tanner Seibert. Okay, Seibert. There we go.
Looked like if Pangier could have got around Seibert, he might have had some room along the outside. Just couldn't get around him. Good tackle there, though.
And there's your starters. Rudrud quarterback, Shepard running back. See Luke Hansen doing a little bit more tonight, too, as well as Service, Pangier, and Growth as the wide receivers. Left to right, Dunn, Delau, Apon, Kleinhans, and Martin, the offensive line. Remember last week, Thompson played on the offensive line. We'll see if Trayvon comes back. We did get a mic check from Dana. She says we sound good.
Perfect.
She's awesome.
What would we do without her?
I don't know. I don't know what I would do without her. I'd be lost. And this time it is Rudrud holding, breaking one tackle, and getting near the 30-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
And there you see that punishing run right away. Gives a stiff arm to the first guy. Was going to be caught at the line of scrimmage and was able to get around that first tackle. Ends up gaining 5 yards.
8.
8 yards?
Yeah.
We'll call it 6.
Oh,
they call it 6. They backed it up. Okay.
The line marker's jumping back and forth on us.
Yeah, it is.
We'll go 6. That sounds fair. So punishing run right away by Rudrud.
Right. Starting at their own 23.
This is what you can't do, though, if you're Central.
Right. Your dad's got a nice shot for that, too.
Oh, this is going the other way. This is going to be offsides against Onalaska.
Wow, okay. So a +5.
And they were talking to number 7, one of the DBs. I wonder if he was up too close on the line.
Antoine Felton on this near side. You see a good shot there of him. I'm going to be, if things get exciting, I'm going to have to call it on the monitor, which is not a bad thing. So Rudrud and company after the first down. Well, I mean, take the 3 yards, right? Hand off to Shepard, coming right through the hole. Stayed on top of another Hilltopper, close to the 38-yard line. Should be about 4. Oh, they.
Carry on the play by Gavin Shepard.
I'm going to give him 4. I don't care.
I am too. Another nice run there. The offensive line opened up a little bit of a hole. You know Shepard and Rudrud both. We know it from last year too. Don't need a lot of space. Give them a little bit of space to work in, and they can bust one.
True.
And they have the power to run over people if they have to.
Got 67. That big Demarion Blackdeer. See him as one of the defensive tackles. We'll go through the Onalaska defensive starters here in a moment. a reverse with Pangier, and
Wide
looking to
open.
throw. It's short. Under through Connor Groth. Otherwise, it's a touchdown.
Had him wide open. There was not a guy within 10 yards when he let go of that ball.
You hear the rumbling in front of us? Everybody knew that was going to be a touchdown if that throws on the money.
Third down.
Pangier wasn't even really rushed to throw that either.
No, and he kind of threw it from the run instead of setting his feet and getting good base underneath him. We've seen Gabe Service do that.
True.
Throw it on the run.
Fake the handoff. Rudrud coming out. He was looking. Oh, he slipped. Slipped on the field at the 30-yard line. Looks like Nick Putz coming in on that.
Nick Putz.
A loss of 10.
So a promising drive there for Central, getting a first down, moving the ball well on the ground. They went with the trick play there on second down, had it wide open, unable to connect with it, and now going to have to give the ball away.
You have to text your dad. Maybe he'll have to move down just a little. Otherwise, he's good. Thank you, Anissa. We did not get the Hilltoppers defense. We'll get it the next time. We'll certainly get their offense when they roll out here after Pangier punts. Punt high. Running away from it is Tyson Hughes. He'll continue to stay away from it. They'll roll past the 20 and near the 17-yard line on a good punt there for Pangier.
Goes all the way down to the
Good kick and good roll.
Yes, it was.
Joel, I have a bunch of announcements. When do you want me to do those?
Hit one now.
All right, so let's go to one. Got a bunch of different things going on here at Central. Of course, we've talked about this one, the Central High School Dance Team Fundraiser. That's coming up on Monday from 4 until 9 at the Pizza Ranch Fun Zone Arcade up on 3130 Chestnut Place. That's up on your way to the mall, Highway 16. All proceeds from that go to the Central Dance Team. So Monday night, dinner's taken care of. Go up to the Pizza Ranch and help out the Central Dance Team.
First snap, and it comes to Cornett, and he kind of slipped as he was trying to turn, and Aaron Bewley on the first tackle. Not much there, gain of 3.
And he's stopped by Aaron Bewley.
Good job by Bewley on the outside there, one-on-one tackle. Helped that Cornett slipped a little bit.
Ball rests on the 21.
Now he went too far. This is why he needs to hear us.
Yeah. Needs to go up a little bit.
Yep, not much, but a little. And it's hard for him because he's looking at that small screen too.
Yep.
Cole is the quarterback at the moment. And a reverse over to the far side, handed off to Noah Chenault. Good job by the Riverhawks, stretching that play all the way out. Helping out with that is Caden Upon.
And you know what that is? That's pursuit. We've talked
Yes.
about that. That was lacking in the first couple weeks. Good to see from the Riverhawks there. Stretching that play all the way to the sideline.
2, just 2 there. Third down and 5. That's perfect. Tell him that's good.
Big play right here for the Central defense. Chance to get off the field, give it back to the offense.
Cole, 2 wide receivers on this near side, one to the far. Back to pass. Looks on the slant. He's got his man as Tyson Hughes catches in front of Bewley and a first down. 32-yard line. What'd you give him on that then? 10?
Looked like 10 to me.
And a first down.
Central's DB's playing way off. Gave
Yes.
way too much space there to Hughes. You know, you'd think you'd be guarding the sticks there. It's 3rd and 5.
Right.
Can't be 10 yards off him.
And a handoff to Cornett.
There's the power right there.
Yes, right. Hit at the 35 and kept the legs churning. Are they going to mark it there? Or are they going to put it at the 36?
3.
Yeah, just give him 3.
Should we go through starters?
Yes, roll the starters for the Onalaska Hilltoppers. There you go. Cole with Cornett and Chenault playing that little hybrid. Summerfield, Zeneker on the outside, Egan with the tight end, Callaway, Figueroa, Richardson, Dunham, and Hatcher from left to right on the offensive line. Good job by Nami and Anissa for rolling it. Nami's the one that put it together.
Forgot to. Had to do it quick before the game.
Yeah, he did.
I was panicking.
Cornett on the far side, and there's a flag thrown. Coming back at the 34-yard line. Cornett was close to the first down marker, about a yard short.
They're going to get 55 on a hold. Yep. Official saying that he grabbed his shoulder pad and threw him aside.
That's Jack Stone. Negative 10.
See if Central can take advantage of putting Onalaska behind the sticks here.
Right. Moves it all the way back to the 26-yard line of Onalaska. 7:48.
Defensive starters?
One more play.
One more play.
Ball is on the 26.
7:48 first quarter. First drive for Onalaska. Central had it. Had maybe a touchdown too if they if they could have had that pass by Pangier.
Well, you can bet the coaches remember that play. They'll put that away and try it later.
Cole into the middle and a great throw and catch. Summerfield near the first down marker, and he'll have it. Give him right at 16 and a half for the first down. Wow, nice throw.
Great throw, nice route, and again wide open in the defensive backfield.
Ball's on the 44.
And a big first down for Onalaska.
Yes, converting on a second down and 16 after the penalty. One wide receiver on the near side and far. Cole does have his tight end on the far side. High back formation. Handoff Cornett. Found a hole to bust through. First one to hit him was Bewley. Boy, he's in on several, as well as Zach Adams. And about 6. There is your defensive starters for the Riverhawks. Walker, Thompson, Kay, Upon on the defensive line. Adam Seehafer. Then Hanson will play that nickel spot. Foley, Bewley, Wilk, and Jones. Wilk is the strong safety, playing way out there.
Hope everybody had a chance to see my interview with Isaiah Walker. That was pretty exciting. Get the first football interview of the year. We figured out how to do student-athlete interviews finally. It took long enough.
So second down and 5. They call it 5. I gave him 6. And play fake Cole. Finding a man over on the far side. That's Johnson, and he's got a long way to run. Past the 40-yard line, 36. 14. And he's tackled out there by Wilk.
Onalaska having lots of receivers just running wide open. Central going to have to figure out what's going on in that defensive backfield.
13 yards on that pass. And another first down.
And I'm sure Central was keyed up to stop Cornett tonight, really focused on stopping the run, but you also have to cover up that back end.
Right. Well, we talked about the secondary. That's kind of my question. My second question of the night was, can Onalaska really take care of the secondary and use their pass? Cornett again. Man, does he run hard. Hopping on his back, Foley. 29-yard line.
And give credit to Onalaska here, really doing a nice job mixing the pass and the run.
8 yards there.
The passing game opening up some area here for Cornett now.
Right, yeah, exactly. That's almost a reverse of what you typically do. Right. Run to pass. Onalaska's using their pass to open up their run game. 2 wide receivers to the far, 1 to the near. Cole looks things over. Throws a bubble screen out on the outside. That's Tyson Hughes, but he is wrapped up quickly. Good play there by Anthony Jones, as well as Service helping out.
Great open field tackle there by Anthony Jones.
I would say no gain and make it third down and 2.
It's not easy in the open field like that to make that tackle.
Right.
Did a good job wrapping them up. No gain on the play. Brings up a big third down.
Hughes is a senior wide receiver, 6 foot. Don't know weights. They didn't put weights down on anyone. I don't have any of them. Cole, Cornett, cut back inside, breaks a tackle, running for the end zone touchdown, 29 yards. 10 play drive.
9 yards. Cameron Cornett.
for Cornett on the year, his 6th touchdown. And he's had some big plays throughout the year. Cornett a 60-yarder against Medford. You can see that speed. I mean, once he hits the second deck, I mean, it's over.
Very impressive run there. Got through the line and just kind of shot out of there. Nobody had a chance to catch him from behind.
Mallory Megan is the PAT. And it's money. So 7-0.
Well, certainly not the start Central was looking for. Offensively, had some good things go their way, missed on a big one, and then the defense just gets eaten up as Onalaska drives right down the field.
Couldn't say it any better myself.
Matthey Construction, a proud Riverhawk community sponsor, is more than asphalt and roads. They're a family-owned company with exciting opportunities in engineering, research, and green technologies. Join Matthey's team of top chemists and engineers developing sustainable solutions for tomorrow. From the lab to the road, Matthey Construction inspires the next generation of innovators. Visit Matthey.com to explore diverse careers in legal, HR, tech, and more. Build your future with Matthey Construction.
4:24 remaining in the first quarter. Onalaska scores on their first drive, plays of 3-2-10. They did have that penalty, 16 yards on the pass, 13 more, 8, and then the 29 for the 29-yard touchdown run by Cornett puts Onalaska in the lead as the Central Riverhawks get their second opportunity. What a missed opportunity they had in their first drive, which really could have been a touchdown had Pangier thrown it far enough for growth.
And missed opportunities on defense. Had them on third down on the first drive, could have had it, or the first series, could have had them 3 and out.
Yep.
Then got them behind the sticks and gave up a big pass play.
Bouncing ball comes to Pangier, pushing through everyone. And a good return past the 30, close to about the 30, we'll call it the 32-yard line of the Riverhawks. And we never did show that Onalaska defense, so let's run with the Onalaska defensive starters. And there they are with Topolsky and Squire, Hatcher, and Putz on the defensive line, as well as Stetler, Zeneker, and Vang, linebackers, and the secondary, Hughes, Felton, Moling, and Noah Chenault. No surprise there that Chenault's playing on both sides.
No.
He's a good athlete.
Yeah. And when you have good athletes, you have them play the whole game.
Right. Yep, pretty much. What can't you do? That's what that is what I asked Coach Yashinsky about Cornett.
Yeah.
I said, you have a really good back there. What can't he do? And he said he can't play any instruments. That was what he said in his email, too.
It's a good answer.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I found a lot of humor in that.
Yeah.
Trips to this near side. Service on the move, and that's who they throw to. Cuts back inside. Keeps his legs churning, close to the 38-yard line, maybe 37 though. About 6, 5, somewhere around there. Be generous, Nami. Who cares? Your stats are unofficial.
That's true.
Officially unofficial.
I do like getting service involved. We didn't see him at all in that first series.
Yes. They did give him 5. I like 6 personally, but hey, whatever.
So does Gabe.
Right?
Yep.
Exactly. On this near side, it's Ruben Smith as the wide receiver, the lone wide receiver on this near side. And a bunch formation over on the left at the line of scrimmage. Hand off, and it goes to Service. Not a whole lot there. I do think he got a yard.
Defense of the Hilltoppers.
A whole host of them coming out of that pile. I saw Chenault there, as well as Putz. Big play here.
Yeah, I was just going to say, offense needs to find a way to move the sticks. You don't necessarily need to go down and score a touchdown. We take it. But you need to move the sticks and give the defense a breather, especially on a hot night like tonight. They just faced Onalaska's offense that went right down the field. Let them recover a little bit. This is a big play early on.
Under 3 in the first quarter. Rudrud and company looking at a 3rd down and 4 and a 7-0 deficit. Rolls this near side, got some levels, but he did find a man. Was caught right to Luke Hansen. Boy, that's awfully, and it will be enough for the first down.
And it is a first down, says the lead official.
I mean, it's at the 42-yard line. That's all they need.
Now they're reconsidering. Well, now they're giving it to him.
The official says
Once
move
again,
it.
he says first down.
I don't know.
Why are the sticks not moving?
They don't want to believe it. Onalaska homers.
Ball was on the 42.
It was a generous spot, I will say that.
Well,
but,
whatever.
But the white hat says move them, move
4
them.
yards. Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with it. The thing is that football is kind of going away from is actually measuring.
Yep.
They don't bring the sticks down very often. Service breaks one tackle and will get out of bounds and take a pop from 40 at Vang
Number 3 of the Hilltoppers, Tyson Hughes.
all the way to the 48. Yeah, that's a 6-yard gain, but
Service gain
yeah, the
6
fans
yards.
did not care for it, but that is just something that they do not do very often anymore is bring the sticks out. When they say it's close, they just move it and go. If they feel like the line of scrimmage was the 42, no matter if it was a nick on it or whatever, and that's what the official was saying, look, the ball hit the 42, I'm moving the sticks. There's no reason to bring it out.
Getting ready to go to that VAR system that we saw in preseason in the NFL.
Yeah, that's true. High schools won't have that. I wouldn't think anytime soon. Rudrud, handoff again. Gavin Shepard off to that right side.
Kevin Shepard.
The official first went all the way to the 50
No.
and then moved way back and gave him a yard.
And we'll give
Or
him
maybe
a gain of
a
a
yard.
yard. or
Sort of.
so.
It's also hard to tell when it's grass.
As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
Natural grass is very tough.
49 of Central.
Another big play here for the Central offense.
Got to get the ball to the 48. I would say that this is a true 3 yards for Central. Rudrud back to pass, looks around to his left and right, got all day to throw, just can't find anybody. He will run over
Oh, hard hit.
Topolsky,
Rudrud
and he's
is
very
met
close.
by Ethan Topolsky.
The official marks him. I mean, again, if this is at the 48,
That's
they're
a
going to
first
say
down.
that's a first down.
Yep.
And yep, it is.
And the official says first down.
How about Rudrud lowering the shoulder pads? The PA announcer said big hit. I think the big hit was from Rudrud.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's Rudrud making that contact.
68.
So it was nice of the PA guy to acknowledge that.
Right, yeah, exactly. Because Topolsky did not lay that in. It was Rudrud. Another first down. And again, if you look, well, you can't quite see. We have that nice straight look as this is Gabe Service going up the middle. Breaks a tackle, 30, 25. He's getting a great block downfield. He'll score. 48 yards on the run for Gabe Service.
Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to go the distance. I love Coach Colburn's game plan here on the second drive. Got to get Gabe involved. They got him involved early in this drive, and Service pays it off in the end.
And what a block downfield. Locking up Felton, who had no chance to make that. I believe that was Pangier locking up with him. Now the Riverhawks going for 2.
A little swinging gate action, maybe?
I'm not sure what's going
Swinging gate. They can run a play out of this
on.
formation.
I know they can.
We've seen it before from the Riverhawks, and they're going to.
Yep, they will too. Service pitches to Rudrud and throws it to the back of the end zone, and that's incomplete. Pangier was his man, but
No good.
they had no room to.
Intended for Pangier.
Are you surprised by that? I mean, we saw PATs last week, and they were pretty much on the money.
So
I am surprised by that. I would think he would take the tie, especially on the road.
7-6 with a minute and a half to go in the first period.
128
And
remaining.
thanks to the following Booster Club sponsors.
And let's go to our sponsors as they're rattling off a bunch of theirs. They didn't help us out.
Munson Realty is a local family-owned professional property management company serving the La Crosse area since 1988. Looking for a place to rent? Contact Munson Realty at 608-785-7187 or on the web at munsonrealtylax.com.
7-6, Onalaska leads after the big play for 48 yards after 7 plays for the Central Riverhawks and pay dirt for a service. after Cornett scored the 29-yard run by Onalaska. So some fireworks happening here in Onalaska. Not literally, no fireworks going off, at least I hope not.
Good response there, though, by the Central offense. Needed that. We talked about that.
Right.
That was a big drive right there.
Kleinhans to kick for the Riverhawks. I remember it's been all squib kicks. Oh, is that going out of bounds? Oh, it did, yep. Right in front of Siegel. And so out of bounds. And Riverhawks are the Onalaska Hilltoppers. Well, they're discussing things. Now, wait a second.
Yesterday in the freshman game, this happened, and Onalaska had Central re-kick. It looks like that's what's going to happen again.
Yep, that's exactly what they're going to do. So instead of taking the field position.
And I like it. Give your guys a chance, have more room to run, maybe break a big one. I like that philosophy from Onalaska.
So that happened yesterday, huh?
It did. I can't remember the result. I can't remember if it worked out or not. I'm trying to think. Yesterday's a long time ago.
That's true. It was. You're right. Days are.
Well, and I had a traumatic evening, so it's all kind of a blur.
You know, I almost feel like I'm sort of responsible for Tua having those problems because I've warned you,
yeah, you should,
multiple times about how, you know, putting that money into a quarterback that's had issues.
You are responsible for it, so.
Well, so be it. All I said this morning was Owen's happy and Nami's sad. Perfect night. Oh, and look at that short kick does work. As the returner upfield was Carson Campbell, and Nami, you get all the way to the 44. That's a big win.
Yep. High school football, it's hard for those guys to kick it from the original spot down deep. So you move them back a couple yards, it's going to be really difficult. You're going to have a good chance to get good field position, and they do.
Yeah.
It's the 44.
7-6. Onalaska leads by the point.
Was impressed with your guy, though, last night. Josh Allen, not a fan, but did appreciate his comments after the game and talking about.
Gonna say that too.
Yep, I did appreciate that. I gained some respect for him. Not a fan.
You should. That's fine. You don't have to be a fan. You just got to respect.
I just want to make it clear I'm not a fan.
Well, that's fine. You don't have to. It sounds like your boy isn't either.
No.
Cornett corralled big time.
Behind the line, he manages to
come up first was Gavin Shepard.
And what we see on that one, as opposed to the touchdown run, everybody running to the ball. Lots of people getting there.
Shepard and Adams on the tackle, no gain.
And that's what it's going to take with a runner like Cornett. He's going to break the first couple. He's going to have to get there with multiple people.
My phone's going to think, why am I talking about Cornett? I always listen to Cornett. Under a minute to play.
There's your wrestling reference.
Right. Second down and 10. Here's the big question mark, though, Dami, is yes, it is second down and long, but can that backfield, they're not even watching Cornett. Made a man miss. Shifty Jones. And still breaking tackles. He'll score. 55 yards. It's like I drew it up.
Yeah.
56 yards for a Hilltopper touchdown.
Number one, wide open on the route, which we've seen all night long. And then number two, some really shoddy tackling in the backfield there. A couple guys, 3-4 guys had a chance to make a play. And again, if you reach out with your arms against a runner like Cornett, you will not bring him down.
Yeah,
exactly. It will not happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
So hopefully they figure that out here sooner than later.
Right. Megan with the extra point. Good.
Maybe it's going to be a shootout tonight, Joel.
Might be. Well, again, it could have been anyway.
Right.
If you think, go back to that same play that we saw with Central with Pangier trying to throw it out to Growth and was short. But yeah, that's. We talked about the secondary and not allowing big plays. And this is not the wide receiver. It's a back. It's a back. They're coming out of the back. It's a running back coming out of the backfield. All he's doing is flashing himself. It's not like he's going that far out. The little route that he ran was not even 5 yards. They hit him in stride, and then he just burst through everybody. I guess my question is, where is I think it's Luke Hansen that's playing kind of that nickel. You got to have some kind of a spy on Cornett throughout the entire night.
Yeah, I don't know whose responsibility it was, but somebody has to be in charge of him. I mean, he's the one that's going to hurt you the most.
Well, he has so far.
Yep.
He has over 100 yards of offense already by himself. Total yards, that is.
And credit to Coach Yashansky finding different ways to get him in open field.
Right.
I mean, with a playmaker like that, just get him some space.
Right. Well, it's a lot like service, right?
Yep,
On the other
that's
side,
right.
You're just trying to get him some space. The offense for Central's trying to do that. They did last time. And a little onside kick. And picked up on the run, Reuben Smith. Where is he? There he is. 28-yard line. Gang tackled and pushed down by Vang.
Reuben did a good job of fielding that ball. That was scary as he was running backwards, and he had an Onalaska guy right on his back.
Yes, he
if
did.
he had bobbled that at all, that was going to be a disaster.
Yes, you're exactly right. Well, I want to see where they officially mark this while I write it down. They move it to the 31. There's only 23 seconds left before the end of the first quarter.
Should do a shout-out. Sam George tonight, who wishes he could be at the game. He's had a rough week, not feeling very good. Missed all of school this week.
Dad told me that.
Yeah, so we are hoping he's going to start feeling better soon. But he said he was going to tune in tonight, so Sam, I hope you're feeling a little better.
He didn't hear any of that. Remember, he's got that software that mutes you. I'm just kidding.
That works at home, too. Clearly.
You popped me on that one. Rudrud keeps. Pitches out to Service. And it's Kason Irwin that came in first.
Onalaska coming in and kind of peanut punching it out.
Yeah.
And got it out, but the play had been whistled dead. Forward progress had been stopped.
Knocked down or
2 yards maybe. I don't know.
Like that after a 2-yard gain.
It's going to be the end of the first quarter anyway. And so we will take our break. We've hit almost all of our sponsors, but Pettibone will start us off here to lead us into the second quarter as the Onalaska Hilltoppers lead 14-6 over the Central Riverhawks.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com.
The La Crosse Central Alumni Association is a proud sponsor of the Central YouTube channel. The Central Alumni Association meets once a month with the main mission of providing scholarships to Central High School seniors so they can continue their academic pursuits. Last year, the Alumni Association awarded $63,000 in scholarships to 66 deserving Central students. For information on how to join the Alumni Association or donate, see our page on Facebook.
The La Crosse Central Basketball Association is dedicated to developing the basketball skills and character of young athletes who will attend Central High School. Please check out our website, lcbahoops.org, for more information about our year-round basketball offerings.
Can you imagine being on Onalaska fan?
All right, so the Central Riverhawks. Back to pass is Rudrud. Throws, underthrown, incomplete. Felton had it in his hands for a long time. Yeah, dude, you got to stop talking while the play is happening.
How about Pangier's effort on that to break it up? He became the DB and knocked it out of the defender's hands. Otherwise, that was a turnover.
Sorry, I'm so discombobulated from the music and the singing and the dancing and whatever else is going on in the press box.
The PA guy is also an entertainer.
Yes, apparently. So Rudrud back to pass. Looks, nothing open, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, running around like Seneca Wallace. He'll go over to the far side, 50-yard line. He slipped, but he stayed on his feet, and he's past the 40.
He laid the boom on one of those defenders. The defender went down, and he did not. Oh, my goodness. I need to see that again.
No, it was Seneca Wallace. I already said it, dude. Stop. 39-yard line.
How many did we give him on that?
I'm trying to remember where the ball
What a run. I can't wait to get home and watch that.
33 of this side, so 17 there, 28. 28 the first down.
What a run. And he was stopped back here in
Yes,
the backfield.
Yep, but that's you talk about arm tackles for Central, same is going to hold true for, and Rudrud, right? Or no, pardon me. Is that? Are you sure? Yes. Okay, Rudrud. I thought maybe Gabe Service had subbed back in to that, but no, it was Rudrud. Give him 8.
Can you imagine being a defender tonight on either side, being tasked with trying to stop Cornett, and then for Onalaska being tasked with trying to stop Rudrud? Oh, my goodness.
Ice baths for many tomorrow.
There are some shots being delivered.
Yes.
And it's usually the offensive players delivering.
Right, on both sides.
Right.
Wow. Rudrud with an unreal play there. 28 yards, 2nd down and 2 for Central. Hand off this time. No, Rudrud kept it, then pitches it to Service down the far sideline, pushed out of bounds by Tyson Hughes. But he does get the first down and near the 35.
Inside the 30-yard line.
25.
Pardon me, 25. I'm sorry. My bad.
What do we give him on that, 7?
20,
Okay.
we'll call it 25.
Hard to see the hash or the lines when we're on the,
I know.
they're on the sides.
I'm trying to follow it with on the monitor that we have. Even that's tough, though, despite your dad really zoomed in. He's got a great shot tonight. This reminds me of Sparta last year. Man in motion, that was Hansen, and everybody just comes through with Rudrud, tackled down by the shoestrings by Topolsky.
Rudrud
Past the 20, though.
carries the ball.
Mark him
And tackled
a
by
yard short.
Topolsky.
And, you know, Rudrud popping off 5, 8, 10 yards a pop. I mean, why not just keep on running it?
Yeah,
You know?
especially when he's getting, pardon me, I just said it, Luke Hansen coming across, and so he's providing a good block, and then Service. You know, it's pretty much everyone that's coming through there.
And it keeps Cornett on the sidelines.
That too. This time Shepard hands off. He finds a little hole, just a tiny crease, over from left to right, back into the middle, and he'll pick up, I'll say 4 and a first down. Again, Nami, it doesn't matter.
15-yard line.
Just write down what the touchdowns are, and we're all good.
13.
I take a lot of pride in my stats.
I know you do. I love that, too.
And my unofficial stats.
Yeah, it's the only thing you take pride in. Logan, I'm sorry, buddy. You know I love you. Reedsburg hosting Logan and Tomat Sparta. We'll see if we can't get some updates. You didn't have your phone last week, so.
I got it this week.
I was going to say, this week it's right next to you, so hopefully we do get some updates. Rudrud coming over to this near side, spin move, and dropped close to the 6-yard line. Teamed up for tackling by Vang as well as Topolsky.
Rudrud is putting it all on. He looks like a character in Madden.
Yes,
We've
he
seen the
does.
truck. Now we've seen the spin.
Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3.
Little flip stick
Yep.
they used to do on the
Yep.
old Maddens. I have no idea how it is anymore.
See if he hurdles anybody. Or
Right, yeah, exactly. That's a triangle for those that played it back in the PS2 days,
Yep.
like I did. Good drive here for the Central Riverhawks. We'll see if they can't cash in. They can't get a first down without scoring the touchdown, and it's not going to matter because Rudrud bounces to the outside and scores from 6.
They found something with Rudrud here, getting opportunities to run, and he's running for the most part right up the gut. That one bounced a little outside, but if you're on Alaska, you don't like him seeing attack in the heart of the defense like that.
What vision to find, pardon me on that for hitting my microphone, but what vision too, because it was not open on the inside.
But it was on the outside and wide open, and he popped out there winning untouched.
Think you could have made that touchdown?
Doubtful. I don't have the speed.
Probably would have caught it 2, right? Caught you at the 2.
I fumbled.
That would have been my luck. A Shepard, hand off. Can he get in or not? Oh, he was so close.
Push. They're not going to give it to him.
Nope, they are not. 2-point conversion, no.
Any indication that he got in?
So 14 to 12.
No good.
Shorten yourself a couple of points on the Central Riverhawks. 9:07 here in the second quarter, and Onalaska leads then by 2. I should tell you that today Owen got so excited about football season then because I was talking about it, and he grabbed his little football, and at 3 years old, he's throwing it with the laces.
Oh, there you go.
Seriously, I couldn't believe it. Because he asked me one day, what are these for? And I said, well, it's laces. That's how you throw the ball. You get the grip on the laces, then throw it. And he's like, I can make a spiral then.
Future Riverhawk
So
quarterback.
there you
I can't wait. It'll be exciting.
Let's not go that far.
Should we do one of our announcements?
Yes, get it up there.
All right.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
So
I
our
know you
next
got a
one
bunch
is this is big. Remember last year we had the Hoops for Hope. That is coming up again, and it's going to be early on in the winter season. Actually, the home opener for the girls basketball team. They host West Salem, and Mrs. Carmen's advanced marketing class is planning this event. You can see this year it's going to benefit the National Breast Cancer Foundation. They're going to have halftime entertainment, carnival games, 50-50 raffle. It is Thursday, November 21st, 6 p.m. So mark your calendars now. All proceeds will benefit the National Breast Cancer Foundation. And she has a small class, but they're a mighty class. 5 students that are putting a lot of heart and soul into this event. I already met with them last Thursday. We got an advertisement waiting in the wings. It's coming soon. And we will have lots of information for you about the upcoming Hoops for Hope. This year's version of it. Last year's version, very successful. That was for the American Cancer Society.
Yes, American Cancer Society.
Yep.
Because I believe I was there
You were,
last
yep.
year. I will not be there this year.
So let's make that another great event.
Short kick, rolled around, picked up here. I could not pick up the number. I picked up the number of Nachman that had the tackle. But
Zinniker.
Okay, Zinniker on the return. Yeah, that first game might be the time where I have tournaments, although I didn't hear any good news this week about that.
So you might be here for the beginning of the basketball season.
I could be this year, which I'll be sad and happy at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I know I met with that advanced marketing group. What a group of students she has.
That's
like I
awesome.
said, only 5 kids,
5 kids.
but they are go-getters. They were giving me all kinds of ideas.
First and 10, nonetheless.
Sometimes a small group is almost better because then they can rally around each other.
You're right. Have more responsibility, be more invested.
Yep.
And Joanna Carmen, the teacher, does such a nice job with those kids, so I'm excited to work with them.
First and 10 for Onalaska. Cole rolls out. He's got a man right over on this side. It's Noah Chenault, and he's got blocked downfield, and he cuts back to the inside and will be dropped at the 30-yard line. 30 yards. So 31, you're going to give him 31.
Yep.
And so that play right there is another just easy man in motion. Chenault opens up, and no one around for the Central Riverhawks.
How about Cole, 6 for 6? Talk about that game manager status, right? They don't need him to go out there and throw for 300 yards.
Right. Well, and Anissa said that one of the plays was a pick. They were wondering about that. I wondered about that on that play too then.
Go back and watch it on the replay.
Yeah, I have to. We don't have the replay. Cornett. Goods. First tackle by Seehafer, who climbed up on his back and then got some help.
Yeah, 3 defenders came flying in too.
CJK, Zach Adams helping out. About 2. But some big plays, Nami. That's what we talked about. And Coach Olson mentioned it on the interview, too, that, hey, cannot be giving up these big plays. By the way, I feel like I'm at Jack Trice Stadium on the hill. He got fans over to our right that are up on the hill watching.
Yep. Beautiful night.
It
I
is.
don't know if you had a chance to see the sunset with almost a purple sky.
Yes.
Wrong color for
I was
tonight.
going to say that could be an omen there, right there. This is a handoff to Kaysen Stetler. Stetler, yeah, there you go. PA announcer also hits on it, and it's a gain of 6. Well, I hadn't seen Stetler yet.
It's third down.
Hughes coming back in. Stetler out. He's a sophomore.
This defense needs to find a way to make a play on third down.
Yes.
Need to find a way to put some pressure on Alaska.
Cole with his wide receiver on the far side. That's Hughes. Matched up with Foley. And a big blitz there. Oh, but Seehafer was in the backfield on that handoff.
Almost took the handoff.
Yes, he did.
Then couldn't bring him down.
Yes. And, I knew the Onalaska fans would not like the spot. So mad about a couple of the other ones that the Central Riverhawks were gifted.
All right, so 4th and inches.
Right. Wouldn't you just run Cole right up the middle and try?
It's 4th down.
Well, maybe that timed blitz again, that worked out well.
Boy, that was nice.
Yeah.
This is not going to be a handoff, I don't think. I think Cole will just take this.
Got to see if they can get. Oh no.
Well, they do hand it off. Yeah, they hand it off on the interior then. A little fullback handoff.
There was, but he plunged over the 20-yard line, it looks like.
Riverhawks are saying that there was a
First
fumble.
down, Hilltoppers.
There is not a fumble on that play. Trying to get the number of who came out of that. Number 27, that would be Carter Johnson. It's his first carry. What'd you give him?
1.
Okay.
Needed 6 inches, got a yard.
Carter Johnson.
I was a little worried about
First down
Stephen
run.
Flores.
Ball is on the 19.
70. Oh, no, that's Trayvon, isn't it? Trayvon's
yep.
wearing 77 again.
Yep.
My bad. He's going to be mad at me for that. He's already mad at you for not interviewing him already.
Well, no, there's more to that story because I asked him to interview and he told me no.
Oh.
So then I went to somebody else and now all of a sudden he wants to be on there. He said he didn't want to be the first one.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Well,
A little camera shy.
yeah.
Anybody that knows Trayvon knows how shy he is.
Now we got a flag?
There's a flag and a timeout. Are they going to give him the timeout?
White hat is
Or are they counting how many guys are out there?
right. Well, we'll see what the
Did they have 12 guys in the huddle is the question.
right, and then they broke the huddle, so technically that would be too many men on the field. Once you break, it's over.
Yeah, they're going to administer it.
Yes, they are.
Illegal substitution on the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, go on, because they broke the huddle.
And there is a timeout.
And it cost them a timeout.
Yeah, I did. So
Double whammy for Onalaska there.
1st and 15 for Onalaska. So Nami and I were talking off the air. Some of it we could share, some of it we can't.
Most
talking about-
of it we can't.
Most of it we can't, correct. Boys soccer is versus Toma coming up on Tuesday night, and I had a question mark about doing YouTube for that. And then volleyball's at Sparta. It sounds like you guys are good to go. You'll do that, and then I will go over to Sparta and hopefully beg for one of the JV members of the volleyball team to come up and do the singular live for us so we can get the score bug up.
They did a good job with that. It's nice to be training people to do that just in case one of us is gone and we
Right.
need help.
Yeah, last night there was like 5 or 6 kids huddling around us, though, a little bit too many for my take.
Yeah.
I liked what
Well, they just want to be around you, I'm sure.
I doubt that. No young kid wants to be around me, I can tell you that. Cole, even my own kids. Cole takes a shot as he throws it, somehow caught, as Egan goes way down to a shoestring catch.
Shoestring catch.
Hey, dude.
He's taking your lines.
And he got
6 yards.
yeah, 5. Give him 5. 5.
Second down and 8.
They're right at the original line of scrimmage.
Thought we
Second
might
down
see
and
Cole's
10.
first incompletion there.
I
but-
did too.
Yep.
Second down and 9.
Able to get that penalty yards back.
Yes. Boy, that pass was awfully low. I can't believe Egan dropped his hands to somehow manage that. Was it Abby Worm? Abby helped me out the other night. She did a great job. She was just sitting up there, and she was like so shy of cheering. I said, Abby, you can be loud. It's fine. Not hurting anything. Cole back to pass. Nothing doing, and sack from
Ball's
behind.
out.
Ball came out. The Riverhawks have it.
Covered by Central.
There's a big play the defense needed right there. Who was it around the backside? We got it?
I believe it was Seehafer.
Hayden Appa with the recovery.
Upon falling on top of it.
Upon had the recovery, but I'm pretty sure it was Seehafer on the blitz. That came around the corner.
Cole had no idea he was on his backside like that.
So
Ball
the
came out.
Riverhawks will get another possession at their own
That's a
30-yard
big play
line.
right there for the Riverhawks.
So what did that go back 10 yards? Almost, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Negative
And
10.
thank you to the following Booster Club sponsors
And then the
of
fumble.
the Onalaska Booster Club.
Second week in a row, we've seen a strip sack fumble.
Yep, sack
Co-op
fumble
Credit Union.
by Cole.
Coffee Investments
I'm
and
gonna get back
Services.
on the YouTube channel here shortly, and I'll make sure that we get that who that was.
Schumacher Kiss
upon
Funeral
recovery.
and Cremation Services.
Happened very quickly. Somebody
know.
shot right through there.
And at 4:57, at their own 30, Central takes over. I got all my notes written down quickly, and service over to the far side. Trying to go all the way out. He will. Still on his feet, past the 40-yard line and near the 43.
Got the corner, and if service gets the corner, it's going to be positive yardage. There's no doubt about that.
Service
true.
with a first down run.
Gain
for
of
the
13 on that play.
Thank you.
The more service, the better for this Central offense, I think.
Indeed.
Yep.
Indeed. We got 4 likes already tonight, too.
Keep them coming.
All right. I never asked for those.
I do.
I know you do. Right back to Service, who had to work hard just to get to the original line of scrimmage, and we'll get there in 2 more.
That's a gain of 2.
So we saw Central attack in the middle of that Onalaska defense last drive, now trying to work some of the edges. I like the diversification, trying to make Onalaska think about what's coming next. You don't want to get too predictable.
Oh, Isaiah Walker's going to be so mad at me.
Was it Isaiah?
It was Isaiah Walker.
That's because he just interviewed with me. That's why I got him fired up for that.
My bad. I thought it was Seehafer, and I couldn't quite see the 2-2, and that bled together, so it was 2-2, 2-8, and the 2-8.
Well, it makes sense that it was Walker because he is fast.
He is.
We've seen him a number of times make plays like that.
And even on our camera where Ray zoomed in, I still could not. That 2-8 and 2-2 bleed.
Yep.
I just couldn't quite get it, so that's why I thought it was Seehafer blitzing, but instead it was Walker on the defensive end. But then the penalty. So back up the Riverhawks by 5 yards. Stops clock 4 minutes, and now the run. 14-12 our score. Onalaska leading by 2. Here in Onalaska, Mississippi Valley Conference action. Nami, any score updates, or you shut out tonight?
I think I got cut off of that.
Oh, man. Rudrud looks all over the place and found a man. It's Luke Hansen turning upfield. He's going to go 59 yards for the touchdown. What a thread-the-needle throw by Rudrud to Hansen, who was running across the entire field.
Picked up a good block, too.
Yes, he did.
It was either Growth or Pangier.
Yes.
But what a big play and a big turn in this game, because keep in mind, Joel, we're under 4 minutes here. Onalaska was driving. They also get the ball coming out of the half.
Right.
Onalaska could have got a 2 for still could here.
Yeah, still can.
Still can, but Central being able to turn them away down deep in their own territory.
And boy, I'm not sure the Onalaska Hilltopper that had his hand up, boy, he was so close to getting the pick too, or at least knocking it down. So the Riverhawks going for 2 again. Rudrud looks for his opening, and he is in. So 2-point good on Rudrud's run. And 20-14, good guys.
And give credit to the offense cashing in on the defensive stop and turnover. Good complimentary football right there.
Yes, very true.
And now it's going to be on Central's defense to come out and get another stop. Don't allow the 2 for 1.
Yeah, right.
You know,
nice job by the Riverhawks. Another strip sack. CJK, the last one last week. This week it's Walker. That defensive line starting to step up, play well, and they have to, Nami, because we've talked about the risk of the secondary and what they've allowed even tonight.
Well, that's the way you stop it, is put some pressure on the quarterback.
Right.
And, you know, one of the things about that defensive line, I'm not surprised. I was more surprised the first couple weeks when they weren't getting the pressures, because I know the type of players these are.
Right.
You're talking CJK and Isaiah Walker and Trayvon Thompson, guys that we've seen do it at this level for a couple of years now. I was just more surprised it wasn't happening. It doesn't surprise me now that it is, and I'm glad it is.
That's huge.
It was interesting. Sorry, Joel. It was interesting to talk to Isaiah and ask him about those first 2 weeks, and he said, you know, it wasn't that we necessarily played terrible. It was little things that we were doing wrong that added up throughout the course of the game that made it look terrible in the end. And he said that's one of the reasons that they weren't getting all panicky, because they knew if they could just clean up the things that they were messing up, they were going to be just fine. I thought that was a really good approach.
True.
For a high school kid to take.
Right. We talked about how important this game is in the Mississippi Valley Conference. Logan Central, Holman, well now Holman is 2-0, and then Toma all 1-0. Toma is at Sparta tonight, and so that will be a key one to watch. Logan at Reedsburg. Man, is the Logan Rangers playing well. Kleinhans, a little skip over to the far side. This was picked up by Zeneker again. And near the 35, did he get past that? Let's see where they do, about the 37.
Getting an update on a score.
There we go.
Jocelyn Buxton.
Thank you.
14-14, Reedsburg Logan. Wow.
That's a surprise. I mean, Logan has been playing some fantastic football.
And we'll see, you know, remember Reedsburg started out last week hot, but remember they're playing guys both ways, and they started to wilt a little bit in that second half, and Central took advantage. We'll see if Logan can do that as well.
Jocelyn staying at home listening to us.
She must be a good choice, Jocelyn. She's a loyal viewer. She watches a lot of our stuff.
It's true. I'm sorry. Cole hands off. Cornett finds a room. This time it is C. Hafer that put his arms around him, drops him, but not until near 5, I think. Close.
That's a game of 4. Ball is
That
on
looks
the
like a
43.
40. Wow. Give him 5.
We'll give it a game of 5 now.
Yeah.
Game of 5. Ball is on the 43.
That guy must have us in his headset. I swear he has that. He has to have us. That he's listening to us.
I'm sure he wants to hear the broadcast too, doesn't everybody?
Well, we have a lot of media here tonight. You could have listened to anyone. They're all here. Cornett. Wow, still managed to get past the 45 near a first down.
Wrapped up almost at the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
Jocelyn confirms that yes, she's a loyal viewer, and yes, she also has a headache tonight. So that would be
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, my voice is not going to help you out on that.
probably has us on mute.
Third down and less than 1.
I know she does when Josh is on the broadcast, but I don't blame her for
I
that.
understand that. That's why I'm always surprised when Dana says sounds good. I'm like, are you sure you're actually listening? 2:25, clock moves, 3rd down and 1 for Onalaska. Now down by 6, have been leading the rest of the way until that last touchdown by the Riverhawks. And this is a handoff over to the far side to Stetler, and Stetler will gain 3 for that first down.
Got the first down, but that was good pursuit there by the Riverhawks.
Yes, it
Good
was.
stop.
Yep.
The
agreed.
problem was that second down play where he busted through.
The legal
Yes.
tackle was by Zach Adams, but a first down for the Hilltoppers.
Right at the 50-yard line. And for Onalaska, not moving super quick.
No, and remember they only have 2 timeouts. They had to use one on that penalty.
Dang you, I was going to say that.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, you're good. That's why we make good tag team partners.
That's right.
You help us out. You lift me up, and I tear you completely down. Cole, pressure again, but throws over the middle, and he's wide open again. This is Cornett. He's going to go the distance once again. Oh, yes, he will. Touchdown. 50 yards.
Tyson Stetler from Ian Cole.
Again, wide open coming out of the backfield.
That was Cornett, right?
I thought so.
See, now I'm second guessing that.
I believe it was.
I
He
can't-
ran like him.
Right?
Oh, it was 23.
Oh, that would be Stetler.
Stetler, wow, he ran hard. I thought it was Cornett as well.
Oh, yeah, it was Stetler. I just looked at the
There you go.
replay. All right, my bad.
But the point still stands, a guy out of the backfield.
Right. Oh, yeah, it's the same play.
Yep.
This flippity-floppity game goes back to the Hilltoppers.
21 to 20 now on Alaska. And you talk about that 2-for-1. Well, Central has a $1.38 left.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Cole now 8 for 8. 2 touchdown passes
And a fumble.
and a
Can't forget
fumble.
about the
Seven
turnover.
different receivers.
Well,
Longer than usual. This
can I go back to my notes? What did I say right here, Nami? You can look at it. A wide receiver core that goes about.
Yep, 6 or 7 deep. Yeah, well, they're 7 deep right now. Of course, a couple of those are out of the backfield, but yeah, still ball receivers. Yep.
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 When you have the playmakers, you just try to get it to them. And if you can spread it around, all eyes start to go on this person, and then you have to go on this person. And so your defense is forever scrambling, trying to figure out who's actually going to touch the ball or where Cole's going to throw the ball. And there was pressure again. Upon was near there for another sack, and Cole, to his credit, stepped up in the pocket, looked things over, found the man out of the backfield of Stetler, and ran off for the touchdown. It's a great play by Cole.
Absolutely. He's been impressive here tonight.
He has.
The fumble, but that wasn't his fault. He got hit from
No,
behind.
yeah, you can't really fault him on that.
No.
Pangier over on the far side. Can he get a block or two and spring himself loose?
Falls
Oh,
out.
boy. Oh, they rule him down. They ruled him down.
Fortunate there, man. That would have been
my gosh.
disaster.
he is tackled.
Around the 28-yard line, looks like. So 132. And so the Central Riverhawks.
This is interesting here, Joel. because I think if Central was getting the ball back after the half,
Sit on
I think we'd see some conservative offense. I think Colburn's going to attack right now, knowing that the defense has not held up very well, and maybe try and get one. You have 3 timeouts, a minute 30.
Yeah.
You know, maybe get somebody running. I don't think it's going to be anything real aggressive. I don't think we're going to see Hail Marys or anything.
No.
But maybe get somebody out in space, out on the sides. I think they're going to be looking to attack.
And all 3 timeouts, too.
Right.
You got to remember that.
Yep.
Clock stops after first downs as well. And Rudrud kept it over to the far side and breaking a tackle and getting out of bounds.
And a flag.
The 30 and maybe a late hit as well.
And it's been close on the sideline for a couple of these plays. I think they're finally going to get them on one here.
That might have been Cornett because I saw 4 coming afterwards, and that's who is discussing things with the, you can't see him on camera. He's over to his left.
So what was it, a gain of 3 on the run?
Yeah.
Oh, evidently it was a penalty.
And personal foul. So 3 plus
Personal foul of
15
the Hilltoppers
for the.
for a late hit.
And you called it. It was close. There's been a couple of them on this near sideline that we have seen. That one I didn't really catch, but we're so far away. That's a difficult task for us to see, and we're not graced by NBC it and all that other stuff. You know, we got one camera, all right? Try to do the best we can. 46-yard line then. Rudrud holds and look out and sacked. Dropped by Zeneker. And a loss of, oh my gosh, it's more than 6. It's a loss of 8.
Good move by Zineker to get around the left tackle there.
Yes, and Central has to call a timeout.
Rudrud was turning to roll that way and ran right into Zineker.
Yep, he was sitting right there on it. So 21-20, our score. You had 14-14 for Logan and
Oh, the totals are in, folks.
Reedsburg.
And we'd like to thank
Tomat Sparta
everybody for
tonight.
those
As I said,
donations.
Holman shut out Baraboo yesterday. The only other 2 I wrote down was Westby at West Salem, and Aquinas is hosting GET. And I did write down 2 other games, Nami. I wrote down tomorrow Alabama at Wisconsin. That's 11 o'clock, and watch the Badgers get drilled. And then Nevada at Minnesota, 2:30 kickoff for that on tomorrow.
Josh Buxton has taken Charlie to that game.
That's pretty cool, though.
Nevada, Minnesota, yeah.
How often are you getting? Oh, he's going to Minnesota.
Minnesota, not Alabama.
Well, I thought you were talking about Wisconsin.
No,
That'd be pretty cool to
He's
see
a Minnesota
Alabama.
guy, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He is a gopher.
Yep.
Well, good luck to them.
Yep.
And the Badgers, because I'll root for them against Alabama. I'll root anybody against Alabama. This was thrown out by service to Rudrud. About the 43-yard line. Oh, boy. Yeah, as I say, this is a long, long haul. And with 50 seconds left, Central with.
Yeah, they're going to slow it down now because you don't want to give Onalaska the ball back with time.
Right. What did you give them there? 4?
5 I gave them.
Okay.
I like the Riverhawks.
Yeah, sure. Same. Yeah. I don't blame the Central for slowing down. I'm actually surprised that Yashinsky isn't calling a timeout.
I thought about that as well. 3rd and long.
Yeah.
And your offense has shown they can score quickly. You get a
Right.
crossing route or something.
Right.
Central going to take the delay of game penalty here or call timeout right at the end. They'll call a timeout.
Yep. 23 even on the clock. So 3rd and 13. What are we going to talk about at halftime?
Oh, we got some ads to run. We do have the marching band performing too. We could show the Onalaska
yeah, that's
marching band.
right.
We should do another one of our pop-up ads though.
It's true.
Oh, this is a big one. The ASL team, we will have them in action on Wednesday as they have the soccer showdown, one of my favorite events of the year. So make sure you tune in for that. They host the boys soccer team. That is on Wednesday. But they are doing a fundraiser. It is Oktoberfest, Saturday, September 28th. They man one of the parking lots. And so the parking lot, I can tell you which parking lot it is. I wrote it down because I didn't put it on the thing. It is the parking lot at the downtown State Bank building. And for $10, you can park your car right down where all the action is. They are there from 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. and they get all the proceeds from all the parking. So if you're looking for a place to park your car during Oktoberfest, you know how wild it can be down there. Go to the downtown State Bank parking lot and support our Central ASL team.
Yes.
And see them in action on Wednesday.
Yeah, Oktoberfest is crazy.
Yes. Coming up fast.
Yep. So Rudrud just holding on to it. Break one tackle, comes back to this near side, still making a man, stiff arm, and he'll have a first down all the way to the 40-yard line out of bounds.
And another penalty.
Another late hit.
Runs for a first down.
And that's just a frustration one because about every player on the defense had a chance to bring Rudrud down at some point in that play and couldn't do it.
And there's a penalty
The marker,
flag at the end of the run.
40.
That's going to be a huge penalty. There's only 9 seconds left. That's a problem, but
18 yards on the run. Well, Rudrud really ran about 35. And then the plus 15 on another late hit.
But that gives you a chance to possibly get the ball to the end zone now. You're 25 yards out.
Yes.
Still have a timeout.
The Bluebirds come out.
You know how you can stop getting late hit penalties?
Stop doing that.
There you go.
I mean, it's not that hard.
He
to
was
figure
running out of bounds, clearly running out of bounds.
Right.
I know you're frustrated. Keep it together.
Yes, that's exactly right. Rudrud back to pass then. Rolling out to his right and throws it away.
And the pass is incomplete.
We're going to have a discussion here about possible grounding.
Did it go past the line of scrimmage? Because that's really all that matters. He's out of the pocket. That's all that matters is it went past the line of scrimmage. I know the fans here are saying, well, there's nobody over there. No, there isn't, but it doesn't matter. He threw it past the line of scrimmage, and that's all that matters. Are Onalaska fans really thinking that the referees are on the Central side when it's an Onalaska home game?
And Central is,
They'll take their time, last time out here.
maybe Onalaska.
I could make a correlation for that, but I won't because I don't want to get in trouble.
Well, it doesn't help that we are right here in enemy territory. We are right in all the purple. I mean, our red and black sticks out like a sore thumb here tonight. I'm really glad I got headphones on.
True, that's a good point. Good point. Central will be at home next week against Baraboo. My only question of if we're going to be able to do the game would probably be Toma. I'm not sure how big that press box is. Have we been there yet?
Can't remember if we did. No, I
Did
don't
we
think
do
so.
it? I don't think so because we did Sparta last year for boys soccer.
They did renovate their press box. We used to have to stand up on the rooftop to film. They've renovated it. I don't know how big it is, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, maybe
We'll make it work. We always do.
That's true. We did tonight.
Yep. We'll sit with the Toma parents if we have to.
Oh, boy. You know, speaking of that, so we talk about being outside, and I've said during radio broadcasts I've had to be outside for football. There was, before St. Ansgar renovated a beautiful gym, huge gym. They had this tiny little gym. Every single time I went up there to do a radio broadcast, sat right in the heart of the parents. Like, I'm really sorry. And I didn't get a table or nothing. I just had to sit there. Rudrud back to pass. This will be the last play of the first half. And Rudrud will be taken down. Simmons on the sack. I can understand where Rudrud did not want to throw that up and make a huge mistake. So I would take the sack other than the Hail Mary, and you never know, somebody trips and falls and you get a guy running back 90 yards.
Yeah, and part of the problem there was he didn't have enough time to set his feet. He was running around trying to find the space to do that. Never really got an opportunity to do that.
Sacked by Simmons to end the first half.
Boy, exciting first half, huh?
Yep.
Wow. Wow, we knew it was going to be a good game.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It was last year. Maybe different, but as far as the teams go. But, yeah, last year we talk about it, 28-29 on Alaska. The heartbreak that the Riverhawks felt at UWL. Shout out to the cross-country team, too. They're going down to Luther College tomorrow, boys and girls, and they're running at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And that's all I saw for the weekend. No tournaments, no nothing like that. So that's it for activities tomorrow is just the cross-country team. And so Central down by a point. We'll run all of our sponsors, and then we'll come back and we'll have the band, and we'll highlight them. But we got to run through everybody once again for the first half, and we start with our number one sponsor of the year, and that's Matthew Construction.
Matthew Construction, a proud Riverhawk community sponsor, is more than asphalt and roads. They're a family-owned company with exciting opportunities in engineering, research, and green technologies. Join Matthew's team of top chemists and engineers developing sustainable solutions for tomorrow. From the lab to the road, Matthew Construction inspires the next generation of innovators. Visit Matthew.com to explore diverse careers in legal, HR, tech, and more. Build your future with Matthew Construction.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com.
Munson Realty is a local family-owned professional property management company serving the La Crosse area since 1988. Looking for a place to rent? Contact Munson Realty at 608-785-7187 or on the web at munsonrealtylax.com.
The La Crosse Central Alumni Association is a proud sponsor of the Central YouTube channel. The Central Alumni Association meets once a month with the main mission of providing scholarships to Central High School seniors so they can continue their academic pursuits. Last year, the Alumni Association awarded $63,000 in scholarships to 66 deserving Central students. For information on how to join the Alumni Association or donate, see our page on Facebook.
The La Crosse Central Basketball Association is dedicated to developing the basketball skills and character of young athletes who will attend Central High School. Please check out our website, lcbahoops.org, for more information about our year-round basketball offerings.
The mission of the La Crosse Central Booster Club is to raise money to support the sports teams and student activity groups here at Central High School. To do that, the Booster Club runs a school store, the can collection, sells student tiles, and organizes fundraisers. 100% of our profits go right back to the students. In just the past year, the Booster Club has raised over $25,000 and gave it all back to our student teams and activities in the form of uniforms, equipment, and student scholarships. Every year, we give out 2 $1,000 scholarships to seniors. We are always looking for more parents to join us. Any Central parent can join the Booster Club. In addition, anyone can donate money to the Booster Club in support of our mission. Please contact us today if you are interested.
So 21-20 our score at halftime. We're going to have the stats and whatnot, but we're going to just kind of ease on out of the broadcast and let you enjoy the Onalaska Hilltopper marching band.
Lots of props.
Yeah, right? They made them themselves, I bet. I bet they did.
Probably.
Some of them, yeah. Boy, I forgot to tell you, well, while we're waiting for the band to start up, I'm going to brag about Owen for just a second. And he's in 3K now and finally doing arts and crafts.
Oh, good for
He
him.
has never done like any arts and crafts ever. And I'm not one to try to figure out what to do at home. I'm not very crafty at all. And he's come home with paintings and some little paint glued up stuff that he did the other day. I was like, this is pretty cool. So
Good for him.
broadening his horizons. He's not just a sports fan anymore. I saw one of the football players out there going to play now.
Oh, really?
He's over here on our left. Right, yeah, you can't see him.
54?
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. That's Grady Dunham, Jr. Coming out playing the sax. Good for him. Talk about broadening your horizons.
Mm-hmm.
Football players can play in the band too.
Oh.
Jocks can be in the arts. You can be multifaceted.
Absolutely.
I could have ran through the drives by now, I guess. Oh, still.
We
wait.
thought they were going to go right away.
I did too, yeah. I thought they were coming out right away. Well, anyway, it started with a punt for the Central Riverhawks. I'm just going to go through quickly. Onalaska scored 29-yard touchdown run by Cornett and the PAT. Good. 4:24. Central got it back in the first quarter. Scored on a 48-yard touchdown run for Service. 2-point conversion. No good. Onalaska responded in 2 plays. 55-yarder from Cole to Cornett. PAT. Good. 14-6. Central scored right away again, heading into the second quarter, and in that second quarter they scored. That plays a 28, 8, 7, 8, 4, 7, 6. That was a Rudrud rushing drive. 2-point conversion, no, made it 14-12. Isaiah Walker with that strip sack, and upon recovers, Rudrud to Hansen for 59 yards, and the Riverhawks had a lead of 20-14 after Rudrud punched it in for the 2-point conversion. And then the 50-yarder, Cole to Stetler. Two-point conversion was, or pardon me, the PAT was good. My bad. And that made the score what it is at 21-20. And then the final drive for the Central Riverhawks ends with a sack by Simmons to end the half near midfield. Well, I guess it wasn't quite, about 40-yard line, I guess, of Central, or of Onalaska's, because of the late hit that the referees threw. So, man, an 18-yard play in that, plus the 15-yard penalty, plus another 15 yards. So
I have stats, but I don't know if we should start them or not. What are we waiting on?
Run them.
This year's
never mind.
High School Marching Show is titled Imagine and features the following musical selections. Imagine, Pure Imagination, and original music by Alex Yoder. We are proud to present in performance drum majors Ella Valaza, Snigdha Rajamanuri, Imaya Martin, Lucy Slaughter, and the Marching Hilltoppers. High School Band is proud to continue the tradition of excellence through the marching program. Without the awesome support of our community administration and parents, we would not have the successful educational experience. We would like to thank our 2024 marching band staff for their help in making this show happen. Drill designer Ward Miller, guard choreographer Kay Dale, prop designer and instruction Ben Williams, color guard instructor Stephanie Campbell, color guard staff Tori Clark and Emma Baca.
Pretty cool performance by the marching band there. Lots of props. A little, what was that, Susicle?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's what I would say, yeah.
Pretty cool. I do have some halftime stats here. So for Onalaska, Cornett with 10 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Chenault with 1 carry for 2 yards. Stetler with 2 carries for 9 yards. And Johnson with 1 carry for 1 yard. Cole, 8 for 8, 185 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Hughes with 2 receptions for 10 yards. Summerfield with 1 catch for 18 yards. Johnson for a catch for 14 yards. Cornett, 1 catch, 55-yard touchdown. Chenault, 1 catch, 31 yards. Egan, 1 catch for 5 yards, and Stetler, 1 catch for 50 yards and a touchdown. 7 different receivers for the Hilltoppers there in the first half. For the Riverhawks, Rudrud, 12 carries for 57 yards and a touchdown. Shepard, only 3 carries in the first half. I'm surprised by that. For 9 yards. Service with 7 carries, 79 yards, and a 48-yard touchdown. Passing, they had 3 different people pass in the first half. Pangier was 0 for 1. Rudrud was 3 for 3 with a 69-yard for 69 yards and a 59-yard touchdown. And Service was 1 for 1 for 5 yards. Receiving, Service, 1 catch for 5 yards. Hansen, 2 catches for 65 yards, including the 59-yard touchdown. And Christian Rudrud had a catch on that little trickeration for 5 yards. That gets us to 21-20 at the half.
I saw a couple of scores on Twitter while I was scrolling through, or X, whatever you want to call it. West Salem whooping up on Westby at the half. I think that was a shutout, and Aquinas was up by about 30 on GET. So
Matt Womette tells us Sparta's ahead of Toma, 21-13 at the half.
21-13.
Tony Service and Jocelyn Buxton tell us it's 14-14, Logan and Reedsburg at the half. So that's what we got for scores. Yeah, I remember when I used to get all those scores from around the state.
Yeah, you get nothing now.
I got cut. Somebody cut me.
Maybe they listen to our broadcast and they're just like, you know, I'm not going to help that guy out anymore.
Well, they're not getting Central scores either right now.
That's true.
So,
that's very true.
Yeah.
Logan, Central, Holman, Toma, all sitting undefeated in the conference. Everybody but Holman now 2-0 because Vikings, 2-0. Everybody else 1-0 coming in here tonight. I wonder why that guy. I'm guessing referee shortage.
Yeah, that is what it is.
Yeah,
they've been moving a lot of games to Thursday nights.
Games.
Look at our ticker on the bottom of next week's events.
Oh my gosh,
we got a busy week, Joel.
Going on.
Yeah, maybe 2 nights of double broadcast. We don't have it on there, but
maybe on the 19th then.
Yeah, I think Central plays against Aquinas at Field for Kids,
and that's a big one to cover.
Yeah.
So yeah,
for sure we'll have a dual broadcast on Tuesday night.
Right.
Then, of course, the ASL showdown versus soccer team on Wednesday. Cannot miss that.
You going to try and get another ASL game besides that one?
We're working on it. They're all in the Hackett gym.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I did ask Coach Mick about that. That gives us all kinds of problems.
That's right. I forgot about that.
We're going to try, though.
All right.
They're wiffle ball season. They're in the Sutton, so we can do a lot of wiffle ball games, but the soccer makes it tough.
Yeah, Hackett just does not allow us to really get in there, does it?
No, the lighting is not great, and getting up on top of the action instead of being right on the court.
Right.
We'll
How
see.
do you even get high up?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe a volleyball standard with those officials stand on. I don't know. I'm brainstorming that.
Okay. Well, you keep an eye.
We certainly want to try. We're definitely going to get Coach Mick in for an interview.
Yes,
working
I know
on
you're
that.
working on that.
Yeah, and an ASL athlete we're going to get in for an interview, so working on that as well.
Coach Lyons is on my radar for next week. If you don't get him after the Tuesday night matchup, then for sure I'm getting him on Wednesday. We'll have our fireside chat with Coach Olson on Monday as well. So there is a ton of stuff happening on the Central Riverhawk YouTube channel.
Did you see the interview with Bailey Kale coming back?
I did not. I wasn't able to look at watch that. I missed the Walker interview too because I've been so busy with the kids.
Oh, you guys got to spend some time and look at that. Especially the Walker was a great one, but Bailey Kale coming back after, of course, the 2017 state championship team, and now he's working in the schools. He's a TA. working his way towards becoming a teacher. And he's even said on the interview, he feels like he's at home.
Nice.
And Central is his home, and we're really excited to have him. The impact that he's going to have on our students is going to be phenomenal. So I was excited to get him in for an interview. They got him very busy. All day long, they got him in different classrooms and working with different kids. So
nice.
It was hard to find time to get him, but we did get him. So I hope you enjoy that interview.
How about that? As Ray zooms out, you can see number 11, Jude Alvarado, throwing the ball around. Saw Coach Olson talking to the officials as well. But yeah.
Is he limping?
Not that I see.
Oh, maybe a slight limp.
Maybe, yeah.
No brace, though.
Nope, still working on it. Hoping to come back later in the season. What a spark that would be if Alvarado would able to come back, take over that quarterback position. Now you got Rudrud service in the backfield.
With Shepard.
How can I forget Gavin? Well, it seems like the Riverhawks forgot about Gavin tonight. Only 3 carries.
Yeah. Weird.
It is.
He had 4 yards on 2 of the 3 carries. Maybe we'll see more of him in the second half.
Yes.
But it's been Rudrud. I mean, Rudrud's been able to get so many yards on his carries that there's really no reason to give it to anybody else. We talked about that during the first half.
Well, not only that, but then a lot of the interior runs weren't necessarily working.
Right.
Where that's where Shepard lives, is between the hashes, and that really wasn't open. You talk about a lot of the breakout runs that the Riverhawks had, they were all on the outside.
Right.
So Onalaska gets this first, leading 21-20. Our score. And I mean, I've been having some late nights at the house, and I stayed up too late one night earlier this week watching what somebody else said was 60-some million watching as well. So I stayed up too late that night coming home from Toma.
Yep.
And then that really kind of disrupted my sleep all this week.
As we get older, you have one night like that in the week and you never recover from it.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. And every single night, Dana and I had talked about let's go to bed early. But then you got volleyball notes to write up. You got volleyball graphics to put in. You got football coaches to email, volleyball coaches to email. Quick turnaround from Tuesday to Thursday to update stats and get everything in that I typically do have for every broadcast. So
remember our early 20s when you could stay up, you'd get 2 or 3 hours of sleep, 4 sometimes, and you could survive on that for a couple days and not feel it?
I never did that.
Oh, those days are long gone for me.
I never did that. What I would do is I'd stay up to like 2, but then I'd sleep into like 11.
Oh, that too. Those days are also gone.
Yes.
Long gone for both of us.
Yes. Klein Hans.
I used to be able to survive on 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Not anymore.
Nope. And the kids waking me up too. Wake Dana up. Worse for Dana because she said both of them woke up the other night and she's like, "Did you know that?" No, I did not. Uh-oh. Break it on the outside. That's a good return by Siegel. Luke Siegel near midfield to start Onalaska here in the second half.
Onalaska's gotten good field position pretty much on every drive they've had.
I can
Always
give
right
it to
around
you.
The 40.
You want to know it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have it for you in just a second. Where are they marking this?
I bet you it's going to average
46?
right around the 40-yard line.
Onalaska started at their own 17, their own 44, their own 40, their own 37, and their own 46.
So the 17's the outlier.
Yes.
That's the one.
Yep, that's it. That was that punt.
That was a punt that bounced, that's right.
By Pangier.
Yep.
So Cole and company come out for Onalaska.
Ooh.
Oh, high snap. And Cole will have to take it himself. A little sidestep and essentially a yard.
You see the athleticism of Cole there, and he saves a disaster play for Onalaska. That almost went over the top of his head, able to jump up, get a hand on it, and corral the ball before the Riverhawks could get there.
You can also see in that play the lack of awareness of rushing.
Yeah.
And how often he does it, because he's not asked to do that.
Right. Well, I'm sure if you're Coach Yashinsky, you're just happy that wasn't a turnover.
Correct, right, exactly.
It could have been the Dougie, maybe the
Second down and 9.
twist. You gained 1 yard regardless. Second and 9.
Man in motion comes to the tight end position. Cole flings it out.
That's a backwards pass.
That's a backward pass. Oh, and falling on it is Cornett. You're exactly right. It was a backwards pass. It goes all the way to the 38-yard line. A loss of 10.
So is that a rushing loss of 10?
That would be a yes. Or well, yes.
It would be.
It would be.
For Cornett.
You're right. because he's the one that falls on it.
It's a rough loss of 10 for him, but man, the Riverhawks that's 2 plays in a row.
Right.
Almost turned them over on this opening drive here in the second half.
3rd down and 18. They gave up a 2nd down and 16 earlier in the ball game. Can the Riverhawks hold here? Trips over to the far side, one to this near side. Cornett in the backfield. No, pardon me. That is Stetler in the backfield. Watch him. He had the big play earlier. And it's a conservative look where Stetler on the handoff and tackled by Walker, who had that strip sack earlier in the game.
Central says thank you very much.
4, right? Or not even?
2.
Yes.
A little surprised by that. I thought we'd see some action coming out of the backfield just because of the success that Onalaska has had with that in the first half. Instead, try the draw play. Central doesn't bite.
Back to punt will be Irwin.
There's your stop to open up the second half. We needed that.
Rudrud to return. Snaps pretty good. Kick high, end over end, coming on this near side. Rudrud running away from it because it goes out of bounds. And we'll see where that ends up being marked. But the Central Riverhawks get a 3 and out.
28-yard line.
28. Own at 9:25 here in the 3rd quarter and 8:35 real time.
You didn't really think they were going to punt that to Rudrud and have him running in the field.
No.
They've seen enough of him.
Yeah,
they
true.
were not going to let him return that. But unfortunately for them, they're going to get more of them right now.
That's true. Where did this win come from?
I don't know.
Seriously, that flag was dead as a doornail, and it still is, but yet there is a light breeze coming right up by this press box, moving your papers, my papers.
Just enough to move
Are
them.
you kidding me? Went throughout the whole day without. I went on 3 walks today, and I was just sweating all the way through all those walks, too. I was hoping for a light breeze. Rudrud in the pistol. Takes over the far side, gets blockers, and still running to the outside, near the line of scrimmage, and waylays Tyson Hughes, who went down in a heap.
Once again, lowering the shoulder. Boy, he punishes defenders.
10. Or well.
And they say first down, the official does.
Yep, 10 yards.
Yep. Wow. Alaska fans are wondering, is that a late hit on the quarterback?
Boy, that would be weird, wouldn't it? Late hit on the quarterback out of bounds.
And a handoff, Shepard, far side. Does he squeak through? He does. And near for 5 yards on that carry. Nice job by Shepard for finally seeing something. And Topolsky gets the tackle. Nice run by Shepard. I wasn't sure if he would squeak through that or not, but he does.
Seems to always find a way to squeak through, doesn't he?
Yes.
Just keeps his legs churning.
Always forward.
Yep.
He doesn't have too many of those negative yard plays in his career for the Riverhawks. His mom's so fun to talk to, too. I always enjoy my conversations with her. And a little double, there's that double counter.
Yep.
Service, or whatever you called it before, past the 50-yard line to the 49.
Remember last week I said I was going to remember to ask Coburn what
Did
they
you?
call that? Of course I did.
7.
Inside reverse. There it is.
There you go.
Yep.
Inside reverse.
It just came to me.
Boy, oh boy. You should have saw the light bulb when Nami looked at me. Like, I got it. And the squirrel finds the nut. Inside, that is what Colburn called it, though. You had him on last year talking about that play because you and I were just baffled.
At my age, when you can recall something, that's exciting.
True. Good point. Especially with our brains scrambling around. How much stuff we have to remember. Shepard, far side. Snee. Oh, can he keep going? He does. He broke another tackle near the 38-yard line.
We wondered if we were going to see Shepard more in the second half. The answer, yes.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I went past 43-yard line, not the 38, but still 5. My bad. Again, these hashes are just throwing me completely off.
Well, we're used to being way up high, too, up at UWL.
Yeah, you got that viewpoint. If we wanted to be up high here, we would have to be on the roof.
Yep. That still won't be as high as UWL's.
No. Rudrud, handoff. Shepard again. This time breaks through and plows over another two. He ran over Hughes. That's the second time Hughes has taken a plunder by a Central Riverhawk runner.
13 on the carry. Again, punishing that defensive backfield for Onalaska. They're going to have nightmares of these runners coming at them. Rudrud and Shepard are not just going to go down.
No, they're not.
You know.
And Central at the 27-yard line of Onalaska, moving it down by a point. Shepard again, squeaks back towards the inside, breaks another tackle. He's past 10, and we have a flag thrown.
A couple of them late. I wonder if there's a face mask on there.
Oh, man, you should have saw how did you see Jaden Delau there? Big old high five to Growth. He's all fired up, too, for the offensive line and what they're providing.
Yep.
What a run.
Might have a face mask here on the end of it.
So marked near, what, the 13-yard line, somewhere around there. So let's make him 14. And then a face mask penalty as well.
You know, we were very critical of the offensive line early in the season. Let's give them their flowers now because they are opening up holes, and those runners don't need much. Just give them a little crease. You see Shepard able to run inside the tackles there. He gets into that second level, and it's trouble.
First and goal at the 7. That penalty is about 7 yards. Rudrud. Won't get there this time. Does he get to the 5? That's kind of what I'm wondering.
Looks at the 5.
Right? I would say he got 2 out of that.
14th carry of the night for Rudrud.
Now it's the 5.
So second down and goal at the 5. What's Mr. Hansen doing tonight?
Good question. I don't know.
He hasn't texted you, huh?
No.
Wondered if he was watching. Handoff Shepard, lowers the shoulder, and touchdown from 5. All I was going to say about Hansen was I miss him.
I miss him too. He's probably down in Pewaukee with his dad, and they usually watch on Friday nights. They watch our broadcast and watch Pewaukee.
Okay.
And so he's probably got 2 screens up, watching Pewaukee and Central. Boy, Shepard heard us calling for him, didn't he?
Yes.
Or at least the offensive coaches did.
Say maybe Colburn
yeah.
heard us. Did you text him? Maybe you sent out a text down there. Hey, Shepard only had a couple carries. What's going on?
I know better than to do that. That would not
Do
be
you want him to talk to you ever again? Because I would not recommend that. So a 2-point conversion. Rudrud looks, still throwing. Caught?
Incomplete.
No, incomplete. Look for Foley, but out of bounds. So 2-point conversion, no. And 26-21. The Central Riverhawks take a lead. Oh boy, are we in for a big money quarter tonight?
All right, folks, bring out your 50-50.
Yeah, I even thought I was going to get in trouble talking to Coach Arnold prior to our broadcast tonight because I had to ask him, can Ray be in the booth with Buxton? Can you guys slide over? Can you help us out? You know, I didn't really want to ruffle any feathers either with the coaching staff. And
those guys are locked in on Friday nights, aren't they?
I know. I don't really want to talk to them. And that's kind of how Yashinsky was, too. When I went down to the, sideline, I talked to him for, half a second, just said, hey, thanks for your interview. I'm Joel McCall. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. And then that was about it, But I don't expect him to stand up and talk to me for half an hour either.
Only have about 1,000,001 things on their mind.
That's just it.
Yeah.
And I only did that just because I've emailed him a couple times. He's always cordial about emailing back, which is nice. So
how about Zach coming in? It's not inside reverse. It's called crisscross.
The crisscross.
The crisscross.
Wow.
Thank you, Zach.
Yes, thanks, Zach.
Logan is down 21-20 to Reedsburg in a potential upset.
A big upset.
Yep.
Zach, sorry about your Cardinals.
Don't get him going on that.
Is he on that lawsuit with Marvin Harrison Jr. too? He probably got a Cardinal jersey already. Oh, look at that! Not a very. Oh, at 5-hold. Is this still alive? Who has it? Central has it. Central has it.
Oh my goodness! What a big play right there.
Coming out of it is Karan Carter.
Karan Carter, who was sprinting down the field. The ball went right between the legs of one of the Onalaska receivers, and Karan all over it.
And it's live after 10. You got to remember that as well.
Central gets the ball.
Wow.
Number 30.
Big turning point in this game if the offense can cash in on this possession.
Pardon me for messing up his first name. I'm so glad your dad had it zoomed in and that Carter kept the ball because I was hoping that we could see it. There's a whole host of people in front of it. I couldn't see anything. I just knew the Riverhawk had it.
Without the video there, I wouldn't have had any idea who had it.
Central comes out with it at the 30-yard line of Onalaska. What a turn of events here in the third quarter for the Riverhawks.
Must punch us in.
And
Crisscross.
there's that crisscross again. It's Foley, or Hansen, pardon me, on the handoff to the 29. They really only had one. Nice tackle by Stetler.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, crisscross play. Did not fool Stetler on that one.
One of the few times we haven't seen that play go for big yardage.
Yeah, right. At least 5 or 6.
Yeah.
You know, you usually move it a little bit. Shepard in the backfield. Hansen over to the left. And it is, nope, Rudrud keeps and then fakes everybody out from the left. Goes back over to the right for a first down and more. Still on his feet. He's inside the 10, near the 5, stretching for the goal.
Down at the 1.
29 yards.
Man alive, did he shift directions quickly there.
Definitely a first down.
2 Onalaska defenders with broken ankle, not literal broken, I mean figurative broken ankles on that as they went down to the ground right when he shifted directions.
And you worry about a crackback block on that or a hold or something like that. But the Riverhawks, there was no Central Riverhawk out there to block anyway.
No, Pangier was downfield and he got a great block. That gave Rudrud about another 10 yards as well.
First and goal, Rudrud. Yes! Broken through the tackle of Stetler, and the Riverhawks do cash in exactly what Nami was asking for.
Wow, did this game change quickly? You know, a big turnover like that. Onalaska defense just got off the field, not expecting to have to run right back out there. Didn't get a chance to recover. Central makes them pay.
We got the cowbell going on over there, too. I heard that in my headset.
You know what we need?
More cowbell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sam's got a fever at home.
Right.
Needs more cowbell. Oh, a throwback. Boy, dude, people get so tired, I'm sure, of our inside jokes. And Service is the man that has, he handed off to Shepard. I think he's short.
2-point conversions have not been real strong tonight.
No, they have not. 2-point no. 32-21. And Central has a lead. 4:39 here in the third quarter, then the money quarter. Speaking of money, Matthew Construction.
Matthew Construction, a proud Riverhawk community, sponsors More Than Asphalt and Roads. They're a family-owned company with exciting opportunities in engineering, research, and green technologies. Join Matthew's team of top chemists and engineers developing sustainable solutions for tomorrow. From the lab to the road, Matthew Construction inspires the next generation of innovators. Visit Matthew.com to explore diverse careers in legal, HR, tech, and more. Build your future with Matthew Construction.
Got to pay some bills, as on the Central Riverhawk YouTube channel. Thank you again to Matthew Construction for being our #1 sponsor throughout the entire season. That is, and I'm talking season. So we're talking about the whole year from now all the way through baseball and softball with NAMI. Yeah, they are really helping us out.
Without Matthew and our other sponsors, these games don't happen.
Correct.
We don't have this equipment.
Right. Yeah, we don't have the equipment. We don't have the broadcasters. I'm not coming out here for free.
We don't have the broadcasters.
Kleinons.
Wait, you're getting paid? Now we got to have.
Well, kind of, not through. Well,
I got to go talk to Mr. Ambrose. Apparently.
I signed some paperwork. I don't know. I had to. Oh my
it's
goodness,
loose again.
it's loose. Yes, it is. But Onalaska does get to fall onto it. Oh, there's a flag too.
Offsides is going to be against the Riverhawks here.
Landon Stewart is the one that had the ball, and he was talking afterwards. I think so are the Riverhawks, though, too. Can you imagine how much trash talk is being thrown down there?
Not between these two teams.
Oh, yeah. Very cordial. Very.
So we might have a re-kick.
Well, that's what happened last time. So Onalaska, 4:38 8, 4:37. First and, well, it won't be 1st and 10 now. Well, it will be for Onalaska, but we don't know where.
Maybe.
Right.
It wasn't last time.
That's true. So since Central is offside, they've asked Central to kick it again. They'll move it back to the 35. You know what I'm missing, though? I'm missing the bingo card.
Yeah, we need Arnold
Coach
back
Arnold.
here. Yeah.
Coach Arnold, we need those bingo cards.
Coming-
Looking forward to that for
coming soon.
basketball season.
Yeah.
He'll help us out.
Those
He was
are
a big
those-
help last year. Those are so fun.
Yeah,
he
will-
has such a blast doing those.
He
too.
will not let us look at them before the broadcast. 'cause
No, he
doesn't
will
want,
not.
Yeah, he
No.
wants integrity with those.
That's just like Coach Olson's question to me. He does
Yep.
not. I don't ask for it, and he
Yep.
tells me, "I'll give it to you. I don't want it."
Yep.
We go right off the cuff.
Yep.
In reverse.
Surprised me with a. I felt so bad about Paul Rhodes, though. I could not come up with a coach for Iowa State who won that game against Oklahoma State. When we were talking about that last week.
And Central was
They-
offsides
offsides
again.
Once again, a flag fly.
So now it's going to go back to the 30.
Ugh.
I'm guessing it's the same call.
Do you even pay attention when Olson asked me my question? You
Of
probably
course
don't
I
even
do.
care.
Of course I do.
Mm-hmm.
Heard all about Seneca Wallace.
Yep.
Heard
But yeah,
all about
I
John Cena.
I just could not come up with Paul Rhodes. I can't believe that, too, because he was there for like a decade, over a decade. But
Sherlock Holmes,
you forget stuff, as you said.
Yep.
Columbo,
You're getting to that age now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Forget some of that not so important things in my head, you
5
know.
yards backwards once again. Will retry.
Oh, boy. How about not offside this time, Central? Come on now.
Well, they're excited to get down there and get the
Well,
squib
I-
kick again.
Realize that, but there, that's better. And
Boy,
nearly came alive again.
they're having trouble fielding
That's
that off the
all right.
ground.
The 41-yard line.
Well, that's about average for them today.
Yep, that's true.
After all that.
Kleinhans put some butter on that. That's on its boot. Went over and grabbed some of that popcorn oil just real quick. Slide it on the cleat. First and 10. 4:38, third quarter. Central leads 32-21 after 2 touchdowns here in this quarter. 2 consecutive as well after the squib kick that they could not field for Onalaska, and that's Cornett for 2.
For a short gain.
See the defense with a little more pep in their step right now.
Yes.
Flying around a little bit.
By
Yes.
Thompson.
And there's some subs too. I'm seeing Hafer coming out, Shepard back in. So some rotation of defensive guys as well, which is good. You got to keep everybody a little fresh.
On a warm night, too.
Right, on a warm night. You got that right. Although that breeze has felt good.
Yeah, it does.
I'm worried that it brings rain with it. Cornett slammed right at the line of scrimmage.
Another short
Who's
gain.
low in that? In the totem pole, Gavin Shepard
Of course it is.
and Thompson right in on that.
Thompson was in on it again with a couple of his
Central defense feeling it right now. You can just tell that we didn't see
First down
plays
and
like that
6.
early on in this game.
2 yards there for Cornett. So
Huge.
2 and 2.
Huge play right here, Joel. Chance for Central to assert their will a little bit.
Yes.
Get a 3 and out, the second one of the second half.
And for Onalaska, you're looking for that pass play possibly. Cole's hit some big plays so far. Blitz comes through the middle and dumped off to Stetler. He is wrapped up prior to, though, that first down marker. Good tackle by CJK. Ooh, and coming up, hobbling is Stetler. Well, you don't want to see that, though.
And
So
what
what, game
stopped that
4?
play? You know, early on in the season, we saw that play break one tackle and go for 20, 30,
Yes.
sometimes a touchdown. That time he broke one tackle, had 2 more guys flying right at him.
Right. And so Onalaska going for it. Don't you think this is going to 4?
Well, I think they're going to go hard count for sure.
Well, true. Try to draw Central offside. They do not. They go for it. And the pass. And caught by Egan. And Egan past the 45 to the 41-yard line. And a gain of 9.
Nice play there. It was actually pretty good coverage by the Riverhawks.
Yes, it was.
First and 10.
It was a good throw. They brought the blitz. Tried to slam up the middle to make sure that Cornett would not pick up the yardage. And instead, It's Egan for 9 and a first down for Onalaska, and life still for the Hilltoppers on this drive.
Good play call there. Everybody in the world expecting Cornett to get the ball.
Yes.
Did a little play action fake, rolled out. Central didn't really fall for it.
No. Boy, look out. Well, you can't see it. The secondary for Central is really up. And so Cornett threw, and then up on his back is Wilk, as well as Shepard. But that's another, 8? Boy, he's awful close to even 9.
No penetration there as Onalaska's offensive line really blew off the ball. Cornett wasn't touched for probably 5 yards.
Right. The offensive line for Onalaska putting a hurt on Central in that particular play. 2 wide receivers over that outside and 1 to this near. Cornett again. And he does get away from the wrap-up tackle of Wilk. Can't get away from Trayvon Thompson, but manages for the first down. What'd you give him there?
4.
4.
Wilk almost had him in the backfield.
Tried.
Almost had a TFL.
Yes. There we go. There we go. 32-21. Hand signals by the Georges is not working.
I thought maybe he fell asleep.
I'm not sure.
It is past the bedtime.
True. Clock moves. Cole and batted at the line of scrimmage. Excellent play by C.J.K.
And can you believe that that's Cole's first incompletion?
Wow.
11 for 11 up until that point. Make that 10 for 10.
Second down and 10. That was a must.
Yep.
I mean, that's not a negative play, but a neutral play for Central. They have not even had any of those on this drive. 224-994-I is their drive. That's not a phone number. Don't call that one. 8th play of the drive. Cole snaps it over on the slant by Hughes, and Hughes will have about 8.
Again, lots of cushion over there
Yeah, it
for
was.
Onalaska receivers.
You know what I'm honestly surprised about is on this near side, you got Anthony Jones lined up a lot of times with Summerfield, and we have not really called Pierce Summerfield. He stands at 6'3". There is an advantage there for Onalaska to throw up a little jump ball situation.
But Anthony Jones is a dog.
I realize that. I'm just saying, you see the height, you could, climb the ladder, but Cornett, and not much on that. Nice job by Adams, as well as Upon, and even Seehafer in on that. So all those guys making a play.
No gain, 1.
Yeah, well, maybe 1. I don't know. Oh, yeah, 0 then. And we head to the money quarter. So fourth quarter, 32-21. 4th down and a couple for Onalaska. When we come back, it was a couple of touchdowns for the Riverhawks, and they lead 32-21.
Munson Realty is a local family-owned professional property management company serving the La Crosse area since 1988. Looking for a place to rent? Contact Munson Realty at 608-785-7187 or on the web at munsonrealtylax.com.
32-21 as we enter the money quarter here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. And the Riverhawks cashed in with a 5-yard and a 1-yard touchdown runs by Shepard and Rudrud respectively after halftime, and being down at half 21-20. They now lead 32-21, and Onalaska with a 4th down and 2 already converted a 4th down in this drive. This is play number 10, and it started at their own 41-yard line after the Riverhawks were offside twice on the kickoff. Cole back to pass, looks, fires, incomplete. And the pass really, I don't even know if Egan was looking for it. It was pretty hot coming out of Cole's hands, and incomplete and turnover on downs, which is the first time we could say that for the Onalaska Hilltoppers tonight.
A monster play right there for the Central defense. Gets off the field as Onalaska was driving, trying to get within one score. A little surprised by the play call there. I know that Cole's been hot, and you've had success with that, but the last time when they did that on 4th and 2, they rolled him out and had somebody rolling his way.
Yes.
This was just a straight drop back. You got Cornette in the backfield.
I know. That's kind of what I thought too. Even maybe a bubble screen to him, right?
Yeah,
The coverage was good on that play too. I know that Egan was kind of looking for maybe a flag because I think he felt a hand behind him. But if you're not impeding the process, that hand is okay as long as it's not completely wrapping and pulling at the same time and impeding the process of Egan. It was not. Therefore, no penalty on that. And instead, Central takes over at their own 21-yard line. Trips to this near side. Rudrud looked over that way, decided I'm not going to throw that, and ran into his own man. Colton Dunn just took a shot by Rudrud.
Get out of his way when he has the ball.
Right.
Doesn't matter what color you're wearing.
We have a Central Riverhawk down. That's not Rudrud, is it?
No.
No, is that?
It might be Luke Hansen.
Luke Hansen, yeah, I was going to say. I think that it is Luke, yep. So Luke down, might be cramps time though too. Is 5 yards on that.
That's what it looks like as they're stretching them out.
Yeah. Can I get that too? I'm cramping up here. We're in close quarters in this Onalaska. We're on the enemy territory, and
in the last 10 minutes, 5 minutes of basketball games, we see Coach Ferget's teams kind of grind out the other team. I think that's what this football team's going to look to do right now. I think it's going to be Rudrud and Shepard who look to grind out a nice long drive. Even if it doesn't result in points, you're up by 2 scores. If you can take 5-6 minutes off the clock, put them in the grinder a little bit here, and the way Rudrud's running and the way Shepard is running, Central's got to feel pretty good right now, I would think.
I'm happy that the football team does that. You know why? There's a play clock, so they have to snap the ball.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, there you go. You had to get that in there, didn't you?
You set me up for it. If I would have had the da-dun, da-dun from the other soundboard, I would have used it. You always have the high-end equipment. I'm always stuck with the low-end stuff.
As it should be.
You know why? Because I make the low-end stuff sound perfect. we may have to switch computers, though. You may have to take the home. I had a really hard time getting that board to work the other night. So you might have to have the big computer coming up on Tuesday.
We can do that.
That board, I did a lot, Nami. I was working on that for half an hour.
Really?
Shepard, far side, comes out of everything, and it is Stetler to trip him up after the 35-yard line. Wow.
9 yards.
Nice run there.
I'll tell you, the offensive line doing some work. This is the time of the game when you just love to be an offensive lineman. And
Onalaska had Shepard corralled. I mean, they had him, and then all of a sudden he bounced out to the outside. Saw that a couple of times for the Riverhawks tonight. 1st and 10. I'm going to get hit by an Onalaska Hilltopper fan there pretty soon.
Have to start talking quieter.
That's right. Shepard up the middle. Hard to do that when he keeps running past the 50-yard line.
Put another 17 on the ledger for Shepard, who has come alive here in the second half.
You want the grinder that he is.
He is.
He really is.
And the offensive line up front. Loving this.
Yes. I mean, this is the Riverhawk football that we have come to expect from last year.
Right.
Shepard again sneaks through. It is Vang that trips him up at the 42-yard line. What do you want to give him there?
5, 4, 5, 4.
And it's second down 4.
Oh.
Regardless of the
that's not. Yeah, it's second down and 6.
Regardless of the outcome of this game, there's obviously a lot of time and anything could happen.
Yes.
This Central team looks different than they did at the beginning of the season, and that's a credit to the coaches.
Yes.
And we talked about it a couple times on the broadcast that the coaches would get this figured out.
That's true. Rudrud right up the middle. He's still going for a little bit farther past the sticks. Now, Onalaska's claiming that they have the ball, which come out with John Squire. The official is pointing on the ground saying he is down. 5.
And that's a first down for Central.
Or no, it can't be 5.
5 of Onalaska.
7.
I gave him 7, yep.
Yeah, 7. You're right, Nami. You had 7. You're right. I mean, he's down on the ground. Knee hits.
Take your time now. Wait for that official, that back judge to start counting.
Put that 5 up.
See, they're going early still.
They are, yes. And service cuts through and tackled up. Low and high. A nice hit there by Irwin. And we got a Onalaska. That's the Onalaska Hilltopper that had service low. I think that's John Squire. Pretty sure it's 0 down there.
Hopefully just the wind knocked out.
I hope so. He had a man blocking him as well as when service come through. So, I mean, that's a lot of weight coming down on him. He's also might be cramping a little bit as they're kind of stretching him too. So
that gives me a chance to do my last
Yeah,
promo ad here.
there you go.
So it is.
So you got them all in.
I got them all in. It is the LCBA Boys Basketball Fun Night, Saturday, September 21st. That's a week from tomorrow, right?
Yes,
Right.
you are correct.
4 to 6. That's going to be at Central High School. It's for boys who are interested in playing basketball, really anybody. Boys grades K through 8.
Oh.
4 to 6, Central High School. To register, just send an email to Barry Freed. It's BJ Freed, F-R-I-E-D at Viterbo, viterbo.edu. What are they going to have there that night? They're going to have dribbling and shooting, games and contests, awards and prizes, free pizza and beverages. My kids have gone to this every single year. They love it. Jackson cannot wait for Boys Basketball Fun Night. The theme is Jersey Night, so sports T-shirt night. So have your kids wear their favorite jerseys. Jackson's already picking out his favorite Packer jersey to wear for that night. So it's always a fun event. It's completely free, which we love. And the kids will have a lot of fun.
I was all excited when you said it's open to anyone that likes basketball. I was like, well, I'll go then. But, oh, no, K through. Nope. Barry's a good dude, too.
Yes.
He follows me on Twitter.
He's a good dude.
X whatever.
There's a late hit.
Yep. They're not going to call that one.
That was the worst of all.
Yes, it was. That was Black Deer who leveled Rudrud.
How would that possibly not be a penalty?
I don't know.
The play was over.
Yes, they've already blown the whistle.
Down and 9 to go.
So no gain, 1 gain. I thought this was second down.
It's third, and no gain on that one.
How is this third down?
Gabe on the.
Oh, that's right. Gabe had nothing as well. My bad. Thank you, Anissa.
Central needs a first down here. Ran out of bounds on that play.
Yes, it did. Rudrud. Play fake. Back the pass. Had a man right by his feet, too. Short. Incomplete.
Also stops
Looking
the
to
clock.
Pangier. Yep.
Fourth down and 9.
Incomplete. And what will the Riverhawks do? Did they look to punt?
Rudrud's first incompletion.
Yeah.
3 for 4.
Not asked to do a whole lot of the throwing. What's the status here, Nami? What would you do?
Well, I think they have to go for it.
Boy, you just wish that the clock was running.
Yeah. That's the problem. The play before went out of bounds. That's an incomplete pass. They haven't been able to run any time off the clock.
Nope,
and now a stop here will stop the clock on the change of possession.
Right. 11:56 is what they got before.
There it is.
When they got the ball. And, yep, Shepard 5 yards, but he is short. And a turnover on downs by the Riverhawks.
Would have really liked to see the offense take a little more time off the clock on that possession. Could have got it under 8 minutes.
All right. Instead, it's 9:23. And ball's marked at the 30. I will say, though, that this is the one of the worst field positions of the night for Onalaska.
That's true. That's
So I guess a positive out of a negative. Cole. 2 wide receivers over that far side. Tight it. Boy, that false start.
Yep.
Cornett moved prior to that snap. Number 4. Hey, he shifted. Yep. Official saying he shifted. That's an easy call. Boy, that's not how you want to start if you're the Onalaska Hilltoppers. Do you have any updates from Logan or from Sparta?
I don't.
Okay. Well, a lot of help you are.
I don't. Jocelyn, you out there? Tony?
Right. Somebody's got to have that score.
Matt Womette, somebody.
Thompson is doing some jumping jacks out there trying to get somebody.
Joe Leinfelder sends me scores sometimes. If you're out there, Joe, let me know what's going
There's
on.
streams out there, too. You got to be able to, I realize that all the radio stations are here. Cornett on the middle screen. Got away from Shepard to spin, and then picks up past the original line of scrimmage, and maybe 2 more for 7.
Gets 7 yards.
So,
Down and 8.
Clock moves at 9.
Better job covering out of the backfield that time by the Riverhawks. You can bet that was something that was talked about at halftime.
Boy, Thompson coming from behind, too. You got to have eyes on the back of your head if you're Cornett, because you don't want number 77 climbing on you.
28-21 Logan.
Oh, so they have responded.
They have.
Trips over to the far side, 1 on the near. Cole back to pass and throws on this side and incomplete, and a flag thrown. Oh, boy. Oh, that's not good. The flag is on Foley, and it's pass interference, but the bigger story here is young man for Onalaska is down, and
Looks to be in pain. He grabbed his helmet right away.
I don't like the look of that. Immediately grabbing, I thought he grabbed his knee.
Well, I think he grabbed his knee and then put his hands up by his helmet.
And I'm not sure who.
And the training staff did not waste much time to get out there.
No. All right, we'll take a break then. We'll go to our donation sponsors.
Summerfield.
Pierce Summerfield is the one coming off the field. I talked about him earlier tonight because I thought maybe they would throw a jump ball or 2 up for him. That time they did. Foley called for the pass interference, which is 15 yards. But my heart goes out to the young man who is a senior, 6'3", wide receiver, quarterback.
Not putting any weight on it at all.
No, he wasn't. His left knee is what the trainers are looking at. We hope the best for that young man. I realize it's a rivalry and everything else. You don't want to see injuries, never.
No.
And Cole, pocket collapsing, does throw it out. An incomplete pass. Pursuit there for Walker as well as CJK. Incomplete, 2nd down.
Good pressure by the defensive line early there.
Yes.
Forced Cole out of the pocket.
Right.
He does not look comfortable when he's on the move.
No, he's a traditional quarterback.
Right.
I mean, he wants to stand back there in the pocket.
Was there a penalty on that, or what was he signaling up here?
It looked like he was calling for an illegal shift.
Yeah.
But then I never saw a flag.
No.
Ever. And then must have been declined if there was, because it stays 2nd down and 10. That was weird.
Yeah.
Cole 2 over on the far side, 1 on the near, Cornett behind him. Blitz comes, Cole holds and throws, off the fingertips of Chenault. And he's upset.
So are the parents.
Yep, they sure are. Incomplete to Chenault, 3rd down and 10.
Which is a good time to remind people that there's a shortage of officials in high school sports. So if any of you are interested in going out there and officiating, go to the WIA.org and sign up.
Boy, that sounds like a line from me, not from you. Wow.
I'm just putting in a plug for the WIA. They should appreciate
that. Well, that's
that.
what you're doing.
Yep.
Okay. Sure, okay. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like sarcastic now. I mean, that's Cole back to pass again. Throws over the middle, and wow, what a catch by Tyson Hughes. And a big 1st down. He had Cornett flashing out of the far side. The backfield looked like would have been wide open all the way down to the 39.
How much they get on that?
Or was it Tyson Hughes? Nonetheless, it was a Hilltoppers. It's first down.
20?
Yeah. Well, 19, I think.
19.
I would say 19.
Frankie Wilkes slipped on that. He was making a play on the ball.
We've seen the grass monster a couple times tonight. And underneath, Shepard wrapping up Cornett, running back on running back there.
By Shepard.
Central doing a much better job covering out of the backfield, though, here in the second half. Cornett coming out a little limpy.
7 yards for him on that catch and
Gains 7
scoot.
yards. 2nd and 3.
It doesn't feel like the clock's running.
No, it doesn't. 7:30. Got it at 9:23. Trips on this near side. That's only a 2-score game. Cole back to pass again. Throws, and he's got a man underneath. That's Chenault.
Pass complete.
Trying to make a couple of guys miss.
Initially stopped by Service.
Past the line of scrimmage, so first down coming. Trying to figure out where he's marked. Are they bringing that back to the actual 20? They do.
Ball now rests at the 20 of the Riverhawks.
Let's see.
7?
Yeah, I think you're right about that. 7. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. And Chenault again. Wilk on his back down to the 4 or so. We'll see. About 14, 15 yards.
Great throw.
15.
That was a great throw by Cole there. Kind of had to throw it off of 1 foot across his body, and he got plenty of zip on it.
Yes, he did. And they're finding Chenault now. Got to go to a playmaker. Noah's a good one.
Yep.
Near side is Hughes lined up one-on-one. Stetler is in the backfield. Riverhawks have been trying to push through. And Cole throwing back. Oh my. Incomplete pass. It was close. Wilk there. That hit off a front man though first.
You know, we
I'm
mentioned.
not sure if that hit, I'm not sure if it hit Carter Johnson and then popped in the air. It was Siegel that tried to make the play, but is incomplete. Go ahead.
We mentioned that Cole didn't look comfortable on the move, but that was in a scramble. When he rolls out, he looks really comfortable. I mean, that he is very good at that and can throw from that rollout.
Yes.
Seen it a couple times now.
But you want him to roll out to the right because that's his strong side. You
Right.
wouldn't want him to roll out to the left and then throw off of the wrong foot or anything. One-on-one coverage out there and thrown high and caught. Steiner, Broden Steiner, right in front of the Onalaska student section, who are awfully close to the field.
Broden Steiner with the reception.
So Broden Steiner, 5 yards from Cole.
6-yard touchdown pass.
Whatever.
To Steiner.
Great throw there again by Cole. Can't say enough about him. He's played very, very well today. Put it high, put it where only his receiver could catch it.
He's 6'5".
He went up and made a play.
Yep, big kid. So Broden Steiner. It looks like Onalaska trying for the 2 to get it to a 3-point game, so totally understand that. Cole rolls out, throws, and caught by Stetler. And a 2-point yes. And the Riverhawk offense after that kind of rushed drive where they had an 11:56 heading into this money quarter. Got plays of 5, 9, 17, 4, 7, but then 0-0 incomplete in the 5-yard run, and only took 3 minutes off the clock here. Onalaska takes 3 minutes and scores to make it a 3-point game.
Wow, Logan Reedsburg, 28-27. Logan, under a minute to go. Reedsburg recovers an onside kick.
Oh my gosh.
Has the ball with 48 seconds left. Looking for the big upset. Thank you, Jocelyn. Keep me updated on that.
Was Logan overlooking Reedsburg?
Onalaska Animal Hospital.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. 48 seconds left. We'll see if Logan can get a defensive stop, keep their unbeaten streak alive here.
What do you have for Cornette, by the way, at halftime?
I erased it.
Okay. I'm just curious because I was going to go through the keys quick.
61 yards.
Okay, so they didn't limit the big passing play really in that first half. Corralling Cornette was kind of a half check. You know, you get him for, he got 29 and 55, but after that, fairly quiet, you know, moving forward throughout the game. So I was just kind of going through the check marks of Central Riverhawk Coach Olson. Control the line of scrimmage. I thought they've done that for the most part. They've not had the penalty bugaboo too much here tonight, besides on kickoffs, where they went backwards twice.
Cornette with 16 carries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them for 2 yards or less.
Yeah, see, there you go. I'm telling you, they've
7 of them.
Done a better job.
Yep.
And it limited at least the big plays. Made Onalaska work besides the 19, but the big thing is that they scored the touchdown, and if that got to get in the end zone. It does not. And so picking it up is Rudrud at the 12-yard line. Rudrud was the only one back. And Tanner Siebert was the one that hit him.
Perfect kick there.
Yes,
Stopped it right at the 3-yard line.
Yep.
Looked like it might go out of bounds. Might go in the end zone. It did neither.
Nope.
Just sat down.
And so the 12-yard line is where the Riverhawks will start. They had the drive of the year last week, though. 99 yards, got the touchdown against Reedsburg. 99 and a half, Mr. Hansen. It was a new school record. They did have that delay of game penalty, but the fact remains is we've seen the Central Riverhawks have these big drives. Now, money quarter, 6:14 left against the Onalaska Hilltoppers, the co-MVC champs from last year, hooking it up here early on in the MVC. And Central with Rudrud, far side, bounces to the outside, still making men miss. And you can tell the crowd is fired up as well. Rudrud with nothing there.
Another cramp here for Onalaska.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Rudrud ran a long way for no yards there.
Yes, he did.
It's not going to be easy at Onalaska.
Right.
Homecoming.
Right.
Big crowd.
Yep.
A lot of stuff going on.
I mean, you're hitting on all of it.
Find a way to get a couple first downs here at least.
I'm just agreeing with you. And that's the big thing is it's got to be first downs. It's got to be moving the chains. You can't give this right back. Why in the world is Chenault all the way?
I don't know. He was in the defense, or he was in the offensive huddle there.
Yeah, you can't do that. That should be a penalty there. Why are you walking all the way over there?
His Riverhawk counterparts made sure he knew that he shouldn't be doing that.
You can't do that. I don't know.
He just kind of hung around outside their huddle and was listening to what they were saying.
Yeah, that's not allowed. You can't stand there. I suppose because he thinks it's the line of scrimmage, so.
Yeah, it's not an official time. Well, I guess it
is
is
an official timeout.
Yeah,
It's an official timeout. You can't just hang out over there. Chenault's talking to someone else now over on that far side. I can't make out who he's talking to now.
Exchanging pleasantries.
Right.
Wishing each other a good weekend.
Yes. And they might be, because now he's jogging over there talking to whoever's holding the water. That's good to
No pressure on that. Maybe that wasn't a cramp, huh?
No.
Or it still could
Squire. John Squire coming off, yes. So Squire coming off the field. And you're right, he's not putting any pressure on the right leg. Already got Summerfield for Onalaska sitting on the trainer's table, and he has not moved, helmet off. I mean, you got to wait for the young man to get off the field first. There you go. The officials were doing a great job. I am surprised that they would let the Onalaska student section stand that close. Why are they at the field goal?
Not sure.
Would not think that that would be the case. And the clock does move.
Now Central going to let it run. Thought they should have done that on the last drive.
Yes. And then it quiets the crowd, too, because how long can you sustain it? You only do that in Berlin when you're singing Cody Rhodes or Randy Orton's song, apparently. Or Gunther. I think they were even singing Gunther's.
Yeah.
I finally got to watch that over last weekend. Now they ramp back up. Rudrud and lost the football. Did service land on it? No. It is Topolsky that has it at the 1 yard line.
Of all things.
Ball is recovered by Topolsky. Inside the 2, maybe the 1 yard line.
Well, we talked about the turn of events that happened for Central. You can't do that. You can't. They're saying run a play. You're not allowed to do that. The defense does get the chance, to stand there. Let's not get hysterical. Cole under center. I mean, this should be a handoff to Cornett as easy as pie, right? It is. And not in. Still fighting. Ain't in. 0.
I like sitting in the press box better.
Same. I wouldn't mind it so much if we were over at the Central side.
Right.
Second and goal, that's a 2.
We tried.
We did.
Couldn't move this table. They had it on so tight with their ratchet straps that we could actually not get the strap off. So then we ended up having to leave it and leave where the table was. Cole, handoff. No, play fake this time. He has it. And will he get in? He slides in and touchdown. Still a one-possession game for Central. I know Onalaska fans are very thrilled, and as well as they should be. But at the same time, 4:38 left on the clock. Fourth quarter, Central still has a chance to take the ball.
A lot of time left. Central needs to settle down a little bit. They're getting a little caught up. Yep.
Got way too eager. Well, Megan again for the extra point.
Big extra point here.
Yep, that's right. And did not get it. So no on the PAT, 35-32.
I think it was Wyatt Foley coming around the end that got a hand on that. And that's a big one.
So here we go. Same thing, same situation last year. Onalaska scored late. Last year it was 6 seconds. Central really didn't have a chance to do anything. Now, read a little redemption opportunity for the Riverhawks at 4:38 in the money quarter. Down 35-32 at a hostile territory as Central and Onalaska was last year at UWL and the Hilltoppers won. So what do you got left in you for the Central Riverhawks in this offense who have absolutely sputtered at their last two drives?
Well, 4:38, the clock really isn't even an issue right now with 3 timeouts and the clock stopping on first downs. You don't need to be in a hurry. Get back to what you were doing in the third quarter.
Yes.
You were rushing the ball. You were giving the ball to Shepard, who was getting big yardage. You were keeping it sometimes and keeping Rudrud. Keep doing what you've been doing. Get back to what you are. Get that offensive line firing off the ball.
Yep, that's exactly right. And fine service, too, because we have not talked about service much in this second half.
Maybe service on that half or that option.
I was thinking about the play all the way back in the first quarter where the Pangier throwing out the growth and the short. Here the kick will come from Egan, who put a perfect one up last time, which put the Riverhawks with their backs to the wall. This time a much better kick. This will get...
That's a touchback. That's a touchback.
It's a touchback. Oh, they're going to put this at the half-yard line? Are you kidding me?
His feet, he was halfway in.
He's in the end zone.
The Onalaska fans are screaming safety, which makes no sense at all.
No, it's not a safety. They put it at the half-yard line.
I don't understand that.
His feet are in the end zone. They're saying the ball never crossed the line then. That's Pangier needed to let that go, apparently. Now we're not going to see anything. Well, thankfully, we have a camera. I cannot believe that they did not give the touchback there to Pangier. And the Riverhawks are in quicksand right now.
Yeah, you got to just get some yardage here. Give yourself a little room to breathe.
Safety hurts them even worse than anything because that'll give the ball right back. Rudrud, handoff, Shepard, maybe 2.
Shepard on the carry. And he gives the Riverhawks a little running room. Ball's on the 3-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
And so you can't run you're talking about that halfback pass. Well, it matters if you're at the 20.
Yep.
If you're at the 20, sure. If you're at your own 3, you're not going to do that. So we'll move it back to the 1.5.
Central needs to settle down here a little bit, getting too caught up.
Yeah. That flag is a illegal procedure. Half the distance to the goal.
I have never seen that, though, where the student section is literally on the field.
I mean, the referee is standing right in the student section.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I've never seen that. Apparently it's legal. I mean, I'm not saying it's not. Shepard again, plowing ahead, past the 5, near the 6 or 7.
Shepard. Past the 5-yard line. To the 7.
Yeah, that's to deceive.
It is 3rd down.
Third down.
5 yards.
Yeah, 5. 3rd down and 4. Central needing a 5. 3rd down and 5. Rudrud kept it. That's the ball game right here. Because you know you got to go for it. Can't punt this away.
4th and 3.
So 2 yards maybe.
Timeout for Central.
This is the ball game now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this boils down to picking up a 4th down here in your own territory. Backs against the wall. Thought it was a touchback. They landed it at the half. Had the fumble at the 1-yard line already for Rudrud. And so now the Central Riverhawks have to come up with some kind of a game plan. What'd you find out with Logan?
Going great homecoming week here at Onalaska.
Any update?
Reedsburg made a field goal with 2.8 seconds left. They beat Logan 30-28.
Oh my goodness. Well, that opens the door for almost everybody else. And you had Sparta and Toma earlier on, but I know that you haven't had an update on that one for quite a while. So Logan falls, and they'll be 1-1. Reedsburg's 1-1. These two teams are trying to be 1-1. 4th down. There we go. For the game. Central gives it back here. It's pretty much over. Your defense would have to hold to a field goal, and you would have very little time left. Christian Rudrud and company, what do you got planned? You got to snap it. You can't take 2 timeouts here. You got to go for it. They do. Rudrud keeps. Comes right through the hole. Bust through the hole!
Get going!
50, 40, 30. He might be caught. He will be, but all the way at the 9-yard line. What a run for Christian Rudrud. Backs against the wall, and the Riverhawks fall all the way down to the other side of the field.
And stunned silence over here in the Onalaska section.
I have your stat sheets. Take them back.
Wow, and actually getting caught is not the worst thing.
Correct. A 90-yard run by Christian Rudrud straight up the middle.
Oh, my goodness. This is going to allow Central to run some clock now.
Stetler was the one to catch him.
Oh, it got a lot quieter over here, Joel.
I'm sorry, what? I heard a pin drop. Sorry.
We need that crickets chirping.
Yes.
From the 6-yard line of Onalaska.
What a ball game.
Nami is shaking.
I am. Knocked over my coffee. You got
And
so excited there.
anticipation and nervousness for my color commentator. I made sure to get loud. I hope I blew out your speakers. I'm sorry. What was that text? You getting a text now? I think I got that Sparta Toma finish too, if you got it. Yeah, you already knew that one. Tony's.
Yeah, got that. Thank you, Tony.
Yes, appreciate that.
Somebody wondering if Reedsburg had all their players back tonight. That could be. I don't know.
No.
No, they didn't.
They had some back, but not everyone. That was discussed last week with. We have a timeout. Onalaska called it or Central called it? Got it. Ran it down. And Central calls a timeout with 2:12. Yeah, that was discussed last week, Nami, with the Reedsburg radio station that was there covering that game. They said that some will be back, but not everybody because the suspension was actually a little bit longer for some others. So I'm not sure. It sounded like maybe 5 or 6 were able to come back, and a couple other ones would be held out for another week. So
big win for Reedsburg and a tough loss for Logan, who had been playing so well. Came down to an onside kick.
Yes, man.
Sparta beat Toma 49-21. That's a final.
Okay. They really came out on fire that second half there.
Yeah.
Sparta's been playing well too.
Yeah, 28 points in the second half for Sparta.
Right. I was going to say, it was tight, I thought, in that first half. So 35-32. All of us got to calm down a little bit too. What's John Oliver always say? Are you not entertained? Come on now. I said it last night when it was 34-32 for a volleyball score. Rudrud takes, plows, and he's inside the 1.
Mark him inside the 1. Let
Yeah, they
that clock
did.
run.
They did. That's
Good.
exactly what they did. And so Onalaska's forced to call their first of 3.
He is short of the goal line to gain the goal line.
5.
I know the Central kids were wanting the touchdown there, but it's actually better that he didn't get it.
Yeah, because then you make Onalaska call the timeout. And
They only have 1 left?
No, they have 2. They should have 2 left.
Oh, they do have 2.
Yeah,
we have 1.
Onalaska
Yep.
did not take a timeout early.
Yep.
Central did. 2:01. What a money quarter. What a money run by Christian Rudrud.
I wonder if that'll make the end of the season highlight reel.
That should make the highlight reel for every local news, too, tonight. And I bet they're all gone because they got to put it all together.
Yeah.
I was waiting for my shout out last night with Scott Emmerich since I showed him on your dad showed him on film.
Oh, there you go.
But then
it'll be coming, I bet.
He didn't give me one last night. I watched his broadcast.
We should thank all our viewers. There are lots of options here for streaming.
Yes, I
we
don't
are
know what
thankful to have all of you along with us.
I can tell you in just a second how many 200 are watching right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because
appreciate that.
Both radio stations are here tonight. You have plenty of options. Although I will, well, never mind. I won't say. One of them, I think, is a little bit of a Onalaska homer.
Well, we are too, so we're not Onalaska.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Homer, yeah,
I'm just saying. Hey, I've called this pretty much in the middle besides the Rudrud, and he's in. Tried to jump over the pile and ended up getting knocked over and scores with $1:58 left. A 99-yard touchdown run.
On his 20-second carry.
Pardon me, 99-yard drive that ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Now, can the defense hold one more time?
Right.
Because there is quite a bit of time left.
Right.
I would have liked it to have been under a minute.
And now the PAT because...
And this is a big one.
Yes, for Pangier. Boy, you hate to get this block to run it back.
I think all the two-point conversions that Central has not been able to convert.
Correct.
It'd be nice to have those right now.
Yep. Pangier and the snap, kick. Yes. Oh, no, he missed it. He missed it.
Well, that makes things interesting here.
Right.
It's Megan that's the kicker, right? No
Correct.
idea what her distance is.
I'm not sure either for Mallory. No idea on that. They might have a backup kicker, too. She's been 6 of 7 for extra points on the year until tonight when she missed that last one.
She looked very good.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, that's exactly right. So Onalaska does get the ball back. 2-minute drill here for Coach Yashinsky and company.
So Central at 38 points. So that means how many? They've missed what? 4 2-point conversions and an extra point.
I can tell you right now.
Is that 9 points that they've left out there?
Let's see. 2-point conversion, no good. 2-point conversion, no good. 2-point conversion, good. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah,
So
4,
nine.
4, and PAT.
9 points.
Yep.
That Central left out there. You get 2 of those.
Right.
And it's a 7-point game.
I know. Onalaska would only need a field goal to tie and force overtime. Last year, a 1-point win for Onalaska with like 6 seconds left.
You know what they say about ifs and buts?
Yeah, candy and nuts.
It'd be Christmas every day.
That's right. This is also a big kickoff.
Yes.
Because Kleinhans has been kicking it low and not very deep.
Yeah, you don't really want to give it to him at the 40 again.
Not really, no. They're going to, though. And going down. Oh, smart. Smart play there by the recovery of Brendan Chenault. So Chenault down and drops to the knees at the 34-yard. Well, in fact, 157. I'm shaking right now, but I'm getting cold.
Not the same reason I'm shaking?
No. I'm a little chilly. That and I need some sugar. 3 over to the far side, 1 on the near. Cornett in the backfield. Are we going to be able to watch any of these plays, or will the fans stand up? Cole looks over to the far side and throws, and you want that complete.
Yeah.
If you want.
He caught it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Caught by Hughes for only 2.
And you're perfectly fine with that.
Cole rolls out to his right, looks, throws, incomplete.
Nice hit there. I don't know who it was. Maybe you can get the number.
Yeah, I
Somebody
can.
jarred it loose.
Anthony Jones on the coverage. He was looking for Hughes. Good job by Jones to pop it out.
Jones a sophomore.
Yes, he came up flying on that. It was essentially a comeback route right at the sticks, trying to get to that spot as well as get out of bounds. So I can totally understand where Hughes was going.
Keep everything in front of you. Don't get caught on a double move.
Right, Cole rolls out this near side this time. And you got to make that tackle. Chenault, that should not be out of bounds, and it's not. Inbounds and short.
Well, they
Third.
gave him the first down, didn't
They gave him the first? All right.
Who caught it?
Chenault.
Thank you.
Central is scrambling to get their defense back up. Clock runs, 1:15. Nervousness on both sides. And that pass, incomplete, but that's definitely pass interference on Foley.
Had a handful of the jersey there.
Oh, yeah. That's an easy call. Yeah, I mean, that one you can't really fight.
Also stops the clock.
That's not is that a spot penalty then?
No, it's 15, I believe, from the line of scrimmage.
I thought because it was. Oh my gosh! Yeah, you're right. 15. Boy, when it's under 15 yards, you almost want to see that as a spot penalty anymore.
Really.
Two to the far, 2 to the near. Cole hanging in that pocket, looks, steps up, throws, ball in the air. Did he catch that? It's Cornett.
You want him to catch it. Yep,
It was
good.
caught.
Run that clock.
Chenault's not even set over on that far side. Now he does. Gain of what? There's 4. And there's a ton of whistles. Everybody's moving. What is going on?
the Onalaska side was very happy with that catch. It cost them 20 seconds
Yes.
for 4 yards.
Right, and backed them up 5 for the penalty. I'm telling you, Noah Chenault over on that far side, he was not set. And then Cole's hiking it, and that was just a discombobulated mess.
And the clock runs now.
Right.
And now they'll take a timeout.
Yep, Wyszynski's on the field to call it.
Lost 3 more seconds
Yes, he
there
did.
once the clock restarted.
Yep, so we're down to 48.9. Don't worry. Oh, Anissa, I was going to tell you, don't worry about it. You're off a second.
She's all over it.
She has been fantastic. We owe her big time at the end of the year. You know that, right?
Well, she's only working part-time.
It doesn't matter. It's helping you out.
It's true.
You're doing stats. Helps me out. I don't have to worry about anything. When you're doing the software, I was going to look over there a couple times. Them high schoolers were doing about as good as you. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's true. That is true.
The high schoolers were doing a great job.
They did a good job. I was watching it. Yeah.
I was really happy with how everybody helped me out. And thank the Coach Williams, too, for, she's the one that walks over there, asks one of the JV coaches, hey, can you help out Joel up top? So appreciate that, too. All the Central coaches just are so kind to us, doing those interviews and stuff with me.
Yep.
We need to get Buxton on to talk about girls golf, too. That's another one I'm going to try and get next week. So 2nd down and 11 following the penalty. Cole looks. There is a double move, and wide open is Noah Chenault for a touchdown. 41 yards.
One thing you could not do was get beat deep. Keep everything in front of you. Somebody got beat deep.
Double move.
Yep.
That's that.
And Central needed to know that was coming. That's all Onalaska could do.
Yep. And Megan, the extra point. What a ball game. What a ball game we've had. Megan, good. .42-38. Is this over yet? No. Onalaska scored with 6 seconds left last year. Central still has an opportunity. If you're a Riverhawk fan, you're thinking there's still hope.
Only 1 timeout left.
I mean, that's the big problem.
Going to need a big play, something to spring. Onalaska will sit way, way back.
Yes. 43 seconds. A lot can happen in 43 seconds. As you said, 1 timeout, but the clock stops after every first down, then resets and then runs after the chains have been moved and properly placed. Got beat deep.
I don't know how that happened. Somebody fell on a double move.
And with Noah.
It was good protection, too, by the offensive line. I was watching that.
Yep. But the thing is that the one guy you don't want getting loose either is Chenault.
Right.
Cornett can't kill you when he's taking it 5 yards, but a real important kickoff here. Central's had some problems with kickoffs. And oh my God, he fumbled the football. It was Noah Hess that had the ball for a second. He lost the football, and Onalaska has it back.
He should have just gone down with it.
Yep.
Tried to get up and make a play. If he would have fallen, Central would have had it on the plus side of the field.
And poor Noah Hess, a junior offensive lineman up front.
Trying to make a play, stop the ball. Did a nice job stopping the ball, picked it up.
This game's over. Onalaska will just have to kneel it down twice, and 42-30. If you might as well just start going with your stuff. Ball game's over, 42-38. So the second half started with 21-20. Onalaska was leading. Gavin Shepard with a 5-yard touchdown. run. 2-point conversion was no good, 26-21. Then Onalaska was the one that bobbled the kickoff, and then Rudrud scored 1 yard. He also had a run of 29 in that. 32-21 with a 2-point conversion, no good. A couple of turnover on downs by both teams. Onalaska at 9:23 in the fourth quarter scores 5-yard Cole to Steiner. 29-32 was the score at that point. And then the fumble by Rudrud, and Cole keeps for 1 yard to score, making it 35-32. And then the kickoff where Pangier landed on the 1 yard line. Rudrud ran it 90 yards, scored from 1, and made it 38-35. Chenault with the final one, and 41-yarder on the 5th play as Cole to Chenault, 42-38. And then we said just Noah Hess trying to make a play, fumbles, and the 2 kneel downs and the ball game's over. Nami, you can handle our final stats as we found out. Logan lost tonight, and Sparta won. So Sparta goes to 1-1 in the, boy, almost everybody is 1-1 in the conference.
We
Besides
knew the
Holman.
conference was going to be wide open.
Holman is 2-0, and that's it. Logan 1-1, Central 1-1, Toma 1-1, Sparta 1-1, Onalaska 1-1, Baraboo 0-2, Reedsburg 1-1. This conference wide open, and we'll see you next week when the Central Riverhawks host Baraboo. So there you go. Onalaska, they go to Logan next week. Nothing is given for sure. So Nami talked about one of the stories of this game was the missed extra points and 2-point conversions for the Central Riverhawks. You know, they left 9 points out on the field. So,
Okay, folks.
42-38, our final, and Nami will have the final stats.
I'm trying.
Ray's over here. Just about 5 minutes, we'll be done.
There's a lot of stats in this one.
Yeah, there is. Well, we've got plenty going on because we'll be covering volleyball coming up Tuesday night. Best of luck to the cross-country runners at Luther College tomorrow. The big one there at 9 a.m. for them. Girls golf meet at Sparta River. That's a 1 p.m. Monday. JV football versus Onalaska, 5:30 Monday. JV volleyball also has a triangular at Onalaska on Monday at 5 p.m. So best of luck to all the Riverhawk student athletes that are going to be very busy in the next couple weeks. So will we be. This is 2 years in a row that game that I likely won't forget because I was thinking maybe Rudrud had the win with that 90-yard run, really quieted the crowd. Chenault, though, had the answer with that double move and the touchdown very, very late. And I feel bad. I hope Noah Hess can get that out of his head that this game was not won or lost by the play that he made.
He's just trying to make something happen.
Yes. That's Coach Olson talking to the boys. So.
All right, I'm ready to go.
Okay, go ahead. Yep, you're on, dude.
For Onalaska, on the ground it was Cornett, 68 yards on 17 carries and a touchdown. Chenault had 1 carry for 2 yards. Stetler had 3 carries for 11. Johnson with 1 carry for 1 yard, and Cole had 2 carries for 3 yards, had that touchdown late. Cole passing, listen to this, Joel, 22 of 28, 318 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
I mean, not too bad for
Right.
quote game manager.
Right.
139 yards receiving for Hughes. That's not right. How about 39 yards receiving for
There you
Hughes?
go. There you go.
18 yards for Summerfield. Johnson had 14 yards. Cornett, 114 yards and 2 touchdowns. Chenault with 63 yards and a late touchdown that I didn't add in there. So that is going to add up on that. That's 104 yards with a touchdown.
Yep.
There we go.
104.
Egan with 14 yards receiving, and Stetler 53 yards and a touchdown. Also, Stein?
Steiner. Yeah,
Steiner,
Steiner.
5 yards for a touchdown. For the Central Riverhawks, Rudrud, 23 carries, 220 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Jeez.
93 yards from Shepard
And a TD.
and a touchdown.
Yes.
Service, 85 yards rushing.
Ground game was going.
It was. Hanson had a carry for no yards. Pangier 0 for 1 with 1 incompletion. Rudrud was 3 for 4 for 69 yards and a touchdown. Service was 1 for 1 for 5 yards. Receiving, Service, 1 catch, 5 yards. Hanson, 2 catches for 64 yards and a touchdown. And Rudrud, 1 catch for 5 yards.
Game turns on its heels a couple of times throughout the night. I still go back to the first drive of the game for the Central Riverhawks. Could have scored on a touchdown there, too.
Right.
So
had opportunities tonight to secure that victory. Could never put it away. Let Onalaska hang around, and on their homecoming, they cash it in.
Yep. So 42-38 for Ray George on camera. Anissa George handling our graphics. Nami George, stats and color commentary. Thank you so much for all 3 of you and what
And
you.
thank you, Joel.
Well, you didn't need to say that. I'm Joel McCall. Thank you so much for being a part of our broadcast here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. Have a great weekend.